Oh, hey there, guys. What's going on? It's Fears. Welcome back to the Fears podcast. Water first. I've been drinking coffee in the morning, not late at night here in Missouri. Plus, I've been drinking a lot of tea with my mom because she doesn't really like coffee. Or, well, I should say she only likes coffee from Starbucks. So, we've been drinking a lot of tea, a lot of British tea. My mom has British tea imported over, and she buys it off of some British website. I don't remember which British website, but she has her tea mailed to her house. So there you are. Anyway, I'm gonna open up the chat and say hello to everybody. So I just want to make sure everything's there. We are. So everything's working good. So today it's actually working quite well. So yes, what is up, everybody? I'm gonna call Lantern and tell him that we're live. And let him know. Let him know that I'm live. Cheerio, handsome. What is up, Kate? Well, thank God it's working today, because the other day it was like crap garbage. So I'm gonna call Lantern and let him know that I'm live. Yo, what's up, Joey? What's up? So yeah, my mom. I mean, we've been drinking a lot of tea here, because my mom likes tea, and the only coffee she likes is a what is it called? A pecan crunch latte from Starbucks. That's like one of her favorite drinks. So unless it's that, it's tea. So there's not much coffee in the house. So I do like tea. I just like coffee more. Shh, don't tell anybody. I do like tea though. And I only like the British tea that my mom has imported over. She buys it off of some British website and they mail it right to her house. So that's cool because she does not like American tea. Let's see. Uh, Fangirl Kate says, Joey, you're supposed to be mingling at the wedding reception. Oh, whose wedding reception? Joey? Well, maybe he's double dipping, Kate. Maybe he's watching my live and he's at a wedding reception. Who got married, Joey? I'm just curious. You and your girl didn't get married, did you? If you and your girl got married, then you should get off of this and get back to your own wedding reception. I've been kind of out of the loop. Kate, fill me in. What wedding reception is he supposed to be at? Anyway, let me call Lantern real quick because I'm out of the loop. I've been here. I've been here chilling. Today was a good day. We went to go visit my dad and my grandpa at the grave. At my dad's grave. So yeah. Yo, Joey. Hey, Kate. Hey, John. What's up, Tina? Good to see you. Let me call Lantern and let him know to share the link. Share that live, y'all. Well, I am flying back tomorrow, so we have I have lots to talk about. Excuse me. All right. They're at a friend's wedding. Oh, sweet. Well, hey, Joey, bring the camera over to the bride. Good luck. Good luck. Yeah, congrats. Congrats. Have fun. Enjoy life. Enjoy marriage. There you are. Joey, let me know. Let me know when the camera. Let me know when the camera. Oh, hey, man. I remember you. He says, hi, John. I used to live in Missouri. I do. We used to work together. That's right. How's the weather? The weather is great. Good to see you again, my friend. It's been quite a long time. Hello, Tina, my goddess. There you go. Well, Joey, let me know. Joey, let me know when the wedding reception party can see me. Be like, yo, congrats on your marriage. Joey's at the wedding reception. Fears is via the internet webs. Enjoy your marriage. Have fun. Enjoy life. Go nuts. Go ballistic. Steal all the guy's money. Go ballistic. No, I'm just joking. Have a good marriage. Enjoy. Joey's at a wedding reception, so whoever got married, congrats to you guys. I'm gonna call Lantern because you know that lazy bones is asleep. I was just taking a snooze, Fears. You know. I know you were, Lantern. Lantern was napping. He was napping. He was napping all the way through his live. He took like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sleeping pills. He was going nuts. Watch it, he'll be asleep. That lazy bones. I'm just joking. I've been quite lazy on my vacation. Lantern. Yo,
Yeah, yeah,
Lantern.
yeah.
I gotta be kind of quiet because my mom's trying to sleep. Uh,
Come,
dude, bung,
come.
chung, Lantern,
Oh,
Lantern. I'm live right now. You need to share that link.
yeah, we will.
Okay, I appreciate that, buddy. I appreciate it.
Because Jack was live earlier. He was gaming earlier.
Who was live?
Jacob, who came in?
Oh, Dave was gaming.
No, Jacob was. What yeah.
Oh, Banjo.
No, Jacob.
I don't know who that is.
I said Jacob Petrovich.
Oh, Yakov Petrovich.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, was he?
Yeah,
Was Yakov on his Yakov channel?
yeah,
Oh, I must have missed that. Well, me,
yeah.
me and him really don't get along, but I mean we've been getting along better. But I missed it because I went to go visit my grandma, my grandpa today at their gravesite, and then I went to go visit my dad. So that all went well, Lantern.
Yeah.
So yeah, hey Lantern. Oh damn,
Damn.
pew.
Damn.
Shh, that was a stinky one, Lantern.
Like, yeah.
Silent. It was silent, but it was
But
deadly.
it's deadly.
That's right, buddy. That's
Yeah.
right. All right. Well, Lantern, I'll be back tomorrow, so I can fart as loud as I want tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it'll be loud ones. It'll be stinky ones. I'll fart so loud that my goddamn roof will come down.
Uh-huh.
That's how loud it'll be, buddy. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you back on the live.
Uh-huh.
So yeah. So share the wealth. Share the wealth. Share the link. I'll see you in a minute. I'll see you in a minute in the chat. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Chunk.
Yuck.
Oh fucking hell. Oh, that was great. Yo. Oh, what's up, Visions? Let's see. Fangirl Kate says, "Hello, Tina, my goddess," and then I don't know how you pronounce that word, Visions. Mawawage. Hopefully, I got that right. If I didn't, I apologize. I'm sure they'll love that. Well, I meant it, Kate. I meant it. We went to a soccer game. It was tied. Okay. Good to see you as well. You have a good memory. Yes, I remember we used to work together at Walmart. I forgot how to pronounce your name. Rabian. Rabian. I remember Walmart was my third or fourth job because I did McDonald's first. Then I worked at the car wash with my buddy Eric and Trent and Tom, and I worked there for like 2 years, 3 years, and then I worked at Walmart for like 3 or 4 years, and then I got a job at the movie theater, and then I went off to college and all that and all that stuff. So yeah, good to see you, man. It's been a while. Yeah, we used to work at Walmart together. I remember. I remember. Gosh, buddy. Wow, it's been forever because I have you on my Facebook and I still have you on my Facebook, but I haven't heard from you in years, man. Good to see you again. Good to see you, buddy. Wow. Uh, he's a little N word, aka Napper. Oh, I thought you were going to say the other word, Kate. I was like, oh shit, here we go. Let's see. Vision says hi, Tina. Boom. And then Walter says, well, hello, John Fears. Hello, Walter. How are you? Yeah, Lake St. Louis Walmart. Oh, I remember. I remember. Remember, remember, the break room. Remember that? All the adventures Fears was filming on his phone and going nuts in the break room. Remember they dressed me up as the elf a couple of times around Christmas, and I was like, oh, thanks a lot. I'm already short to begin with, lower my self esteem some more. But I was like the perfect size for the elf, and then they had the big guy with the white hair, Santa. Oh, I remember. So yeah. Uh, do you remember the organic potato salad girl? Oh, I remember. She ate that almost every day, every day. And then remember when I tried to film her, and get her in the vlog, and she was like, "Don't film my salad, Fears." And I was like, "Well, most people wouldn't care." She's like, "Well, this is my salad," and I was like, "Okay, all right, whatever." So yeah, and I ended up with a free pizza. Oh, there you go, Tina. Well, free pizza is always good. That's always good. Rabian. Oh man, it's good. Rabian, do you remember? Do you remember? You were in one or two of my old videos. Every day we would goof off in the break room. And Rabian, do you remember Allie? Remember I dated Allie? Yeah, that didn't work out. I wish, but it didn't work out. Anyway, it's all for the best though. She was kind of nuts at the end. They're always nice in the beginning, and at the end they turn nuts. Casey was nice in the beginning. She turned nuts, and she cheated on me. So it was for the best. It was for the best. But yeah, Rabian, we would always goof off. I remember I worked in three departments. Do you remember? Do you remember? I worked in the freezer. I worked in produce, and then they knew I loved movies, so they switched me to the electronics department. They, yeah. So yeah. Um, Vision says that's pretty cool that you got to work with a celebrity. Visions, come on. You know I'm a very humble guy. I'm not a celebrity. Now Adam the Woo. You can call him a celebrity. Donnie Dust. He's a celebrity. I'm far from a celebrity, my friends. But I appreciate the kind words, my friend. I really do. What, Casey Visions? No, 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 no. I don't wish death upon anyone, but she doesn't rest in a shallow grave. No, I think she's a terrible person for cheating on somebody. But yeah. And I don't know what happened with Allie. The last I heard, she she got married to some guy that looks almost exactly like me. I saw a picture of her husband a few years back, and I said that guy looks exactly like me. And they had two kids. So, but Allie didn't cheat on me. We just didn't work out. So I don't wish her any ill will. I don't really wish Casey any goodwill, but she's just a terrible person for doing that to someone. So yeah. Let's see. Rabian says, "Yeah, I left when you were working in the freezer." Okay, so you didn't see me move to the electronics department. Okay, so yeah, I think you took off Rabian whenever they moved me. I started in the freezer, then I went into the cooler, then I went into produce, and then after produce, they knew how much I love movies, and they're like, "Fear's you're a good salesman. Like, you think you could sell some TVs in the electronics department?" And I said, "Well, give me a chance and see if I can do it." And I did it because negotiators, which I'm a good negotiator, are good salesmen. So I think I did my best work in the electronics department. I was I was selling like crazy. Do I really need this TV? Yeah, you need it. Buy it. Why wouldn't you buy it? I think that was one of the first times I said, "Why wouldn't you buy it? It's a great TV. You should do it." So yeah. So you guys are getting kind of like the origin stories of some of yours' first jobs. Yeah, Rabian. I remember I came in one day, and I was looking for you in the break room, and I never knew what happened to you until now, because you never said anything on your Facebook. You just kind of just disappeared, and I was like, "Oh shit, where did he go?" Because I still have you on my Facebook, and I guess you just never told anyone. I mean, it's none of my business, but since we were friends, I was like, I wonder what ever happened to that guy. Well, now I know. I guess you moved. I remember you were from somewhere overseas. I don't remember what country, but it's good to hear from you, man. I didn't even know you still watched my YouTube videos. Well, hell yeah, that's awesome. Way to go. Let's see. My favorite negotiator is Carl Winslow in Die Hard. I'll admit, Tokes, I'm a pretty good negotiator, but not as good as Carl Winslow. You know, you know. What do I call you? He's like yippee ki yay, motherfucker. That is. Come on, Visions. Come on, Tokes. That's one of the greatest lines. Yippee ki yay, motherfucker. Or when uh when he kills Jaws, smile, you son of a bitch. Or in that new underground water movie that I just saw, open wide, you motherfucker. That was a good one. That's good. Or like Beetlejuice, I'm the ghost with the most, babe. Hell yeah. Oh wow, you're in Seattle now. You're in Seattle now. So Tokes, I'm a pretty good negotiator, but not as good as Carl Winslow. I mean, I took lessons from him though. I took lessons. My grandpa was a really good negotiator, and so was my dad. My dad, they wanted my very first car. I paid half, and my dad paid half. That was our deal because I didn't have enough money. And he talked the guy down from 22,000 to 10,000. So I paid 5,000. My dad paid 5,000. We got that motherfucker down to 10,000. I was like, yeah, sucks to be you. My dad just talked you down to 10,000. Suck it, bitch. That's right. And he's like, well, what about 22,000? I was like, well, how about fuck you? How about 10,000? How about that? There you go. My dad and my grandpa, they were masters. I'm peanuts compared to my dad and my grandpa. My grandpa would just sit there and he's like, well, instead of 5 donuts, how about 10 donuts? Because my grandpa would get like free stuff all the time. Heck, now you guys know why I like free. I think everyone likes free. Free, 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 free. That's right. Mm-hmm. Mm, I am one of your forever fans. Well, I appreciate that, buddy. And you're an actual friend because we used to work together. And yeah, I always, the only thing that they told me after you stopped working at Walmart, they just said, "Oh yeah, he put in his 2 weeks, he's done." And I said, "Do you know where?" I said, "Do you know where he went?" And he said, "No, no, he just said he was moving away." So now you said that you moved to Seattle now. So what do you do in Seattle, Rabbi? And I'm just curious. Well, it's good to hear from you. I'm glad you're still a fan, man. Hell yeah. Vision says, "I'm not telling any tall tales, Visions. I'm not. My grandpa was the negotiation master, so you know where I get it. I'm pretty good at negotiating, but I'm peanuts compared to my dad and my grandpa. They were the negotiation masters. Oh yeah. Expert negotiation skills. I'm almost there, Tokes. I would say my dad and my grandpa are better than me, but I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. You guys have seen me in action at the conventions. Hey, Fears, how about $5? I'm like, well, yeah, that's good, but how about a dollar? Especially when I bought that lunch pail, that vintage lunch pail. I was like, well, I would pay $5 if the sticker was intact and if it didn't have a shitload of scratches on it. It had a shitload of scratches, and it barely had the sticker on it. So I said, if it was mint, I'd pay $5 for it. So there you are. Mm-hmm. There you go, Toes. He's like, well, how about free? I've never, because you don't want to lowball him. So yeah. Vision says you should try and negotiate your rent down. Oh yeah, they'll never. Yeah, that would be a stretch, Visions. I would love that. Like, how about $600? They would be like that. No, no, no. They're not going to change my rent. I said I'm pretty good at negotiation, Vision. That's a goddamn miracle. I know you're joking. Yo, what's up, Liz? Let's see. I work in the pharmacy industry. Oh, that's cool, man. Hey, well, I'm glad everything worked out. Rabian, good to see you. That ROTLD VHS tape you got was actually a good deal. Crazy how expensive they are. Oh yeah. I guess Chicken Wizard told you that. Let's see. Did I already pack that? Where's the VHS tapes? Give me 1 second. Because I think it had the price on it, and I negotiate. I think it was like a dollar or two, if memory serves me right. If I'm wrong on that, ask Chicken Wizard Visions, because the fear is classic memory. Sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's bad. Because I remember getting them, but it's been a couple of days, so classic fears memory. But it was some of those old VHSs. I agree, my friend. Like, oh yeah, how about 2250? I'm like, for a VHS tape, are you nuts? I was like, nobody uses VHS anymore, or barely anyone, because you and Tinder Immortal do. But I said more people buy them just to put them on the shelf, like I do. So yeah. Yo, Sega, what's up? He says, hello, Fears. Did you get the NES games? I did not, buddy. I did not. I tried to find them. They're down in the basement somewhere. But let me grab the VHS tapes. Okay, here we go. Well, I wanted to show you guys some stuff because I didn't get to show you guys this last time because the internet was crapping out every 5 seconds. Let me catch up with the chat here. Let's see here. Let's see here. It says how. Let's see. Howdy, Liz. What's up, Liz? She says, "What's up, Fears? What's up, Liz?" Let's see. I have to dabble in pills and tokes. You're fucking hilarious. Let's see here. Hello, Where Camp? I have VHS tapes in my apartment, Fears. That's what's up, Sega. I think it was 60. Yeah, I think it was around there, Visions. Because the guy wanted like 100 or something for it, and I was like, no, come on. So I think I talked him down to. 60 or something. But I bought a very vintage one, a very old one. Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah, he wanted 100 for the Return of the Living Dead, and I talked him down to 60. That's what. Thank you. See, you're a good friend. You refresh my memory. I looked at him. I said 100. I said it's falling apart. I'll show you. Look, it's falling apart. Even in the plastic. Even in the plastic. I said if it was in mint condition, I would give you $100. But it's not in mint condition. So look at this. Look at this, Visions. This was the most expensive one. All the other ones were like I think like $5 or $10. Look, it's all scraped right up here, up there. Look, that's not in mint condition. Look, it's all scraping on the sides. And he wanted $100 for this. I went, no, 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 no. And look, it's all scraping up top too. I said, if it was in mint, I mean, not one scrape on it, not one scratch, then I could give him $100. So so and then he put this sticker on it for 80. So it was 100. He goes, give me that, Fears, and then he put the sticker on it for 80. I said, we're getting there. And he said, well, it's rare, Fears. I was like, I said, I've seen Return of the Living Dead. I said, it's 80s. I said, a rare one would be like 1941 Wolfman in VHS. I said, it's not rare. I said, it's not that rare. I said, I'll give you 60 for it. And we settled on 60. So there you are. Anyway, let's see. Let me catch up here. Let's see. Let's see. I just prefer DVD and Blu-rays. So do I, Sega. I only get VHSs of my absolute favorites, and then I put them on the shelf like this to debut. So there you are. Let's see. Blue Jays won. Oh, nice, Sega. Now we're talking. Um, let's see. That looks like 50 Fears. You got scammed. I don't think I got scammed, Sega, because you don't want to give them, you don't want to make it, you don't want to overprice it, and you don't want to lowball them. So if I would have been like, hey, I'll give you $20 for this, a vendor would get pissed off because they'd be like, well, like, we went from 60 to 80 and da 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 da. Like now you're saying 20, you're trying to rip me off here. So you never want to lowball a vendor, and you never want to go higher. So you try to meet him in the middle. So he wanted 100, and then I looked at him. I said, and I showed him all the damage. I said, look, I said, I know it's in the plastic. I know it's so-called rare, but I said, look at all this damage on here. And I said, on the sides, up here, I said, it's not worth 100. And he's like, well, how about 80? And then I said, no, 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 no. I said, how about 60 or 50? I think I said 50 first. And he went, all right. He goes, hang on, Fierce. He goes, I'll meet you in the middle. How about 60? And I said, that'll work. I think it's worth 60, and I thought 60 was a very fair price. But there was no way in God's green earth I was going to pay a hundred to $80. No, 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 no. They actually have a copy of the 1941 Wolfman on VHS in beta. There you go. There you go. I was just using it as an example, Walter, but I'm sure they do. Even trash copies are selling like $100 on eBay. That's wild. That's insane, Visions. I mean, it's just. I mean, I get it. Like 1980, like they made this over what? Let's see. When did they make this? I'm not good at math. 1983 or 1984. So it's almost 40 years old. I get it, but I mean, like, what came before beta? It was like 35 millimeter or 38 millimeter. It was the ones where like the old folks would like put their face to it and kind of crank it. Now that would be worth a lot of money, but I'm like, this is not worth $100. So I agree, Visions. I got a pretty good deal. So this one was 60. I think this one was like $5 or $10. I can't remember. It was around there. And then some guy on a table had two for $5. So yeah, so I got this one, Black Moon Rising. I know you don't like that one, Visions, but I love Tommy Lee in this one. I think it's cool. And then I have two Escape from New Yorks. I have the other image, it's all in white with gray letters that says Escape from New York. Look, this one is almost perfect. And I got this artwork. This one is almost perfect. There's almost no scratches on it. Oh, yeah, now we're talking. I don't remember how much this was, but I think I say the price of it in the vlog. So look out for it. When you guys watch the vlog, because I'm going to start editing it when I get home, then you guys will see it. Let's see. We manufacture drugs mostly for different types of cancer. That's good, Rabian, because my dad died of cancer, and I want them to find a cure for cancer because they need to. So I don't die of cancer because it's in my family, or none of my friends die of cancer. I don't want anyone to die of cancer because I had to watch my dad uh, wither away, and that was the most hardest thing I've had to sit down and watch because I love my dad, and it was in remission for like 10 years. He thought he beat it, and then it came back with a fire, and it fucking sucked because my dad thought he beat it. And then if you don't get all the cancer out, then it's like a fungus. It keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. And then I was like, oh fuck this. I'm like, now there's no hope. So all they could do at the end was just make my dad very comfortable. So that was like one of the hardest things to sit through. Let's see. I saw Resident Evil 2 for instance in the box. Really? That's a lot, Sega. A very honorable profession. It is. It is Visions. It is. I lowball vendors so hard they call me Johnny Cage. That's not good. Call me, Fears. I will, Sega. I will. I will give you a call after the stream, buddy. Let's see. Thank you. Let's see. Super 8. That's what it was, Tokes. I couldn't remember. I knew it was 35 or, yeah. Super 8, I could see someone paying like $100 or 200 because that's super vintage. But I was like, this is not worth $100. I just wanted to get it because I don't have it on VHS. Now I do, and it's one of my favorite horror movies. It's not my favorite, but it's one of my favorite horrors. But Tokes, look at all the damage on it. Up there, there's damage all on the sides. I was like, it's not worth $100. Now this, I didn't pay $100, but this is almost perfect. The other one I have, it's a white case, and it's a white case that says a Deborah Hill production starring Kurt Russell, and then Escape from New York is in, it's either blue letters or gray letters, and then this is the original T-shirt. I have this original T-shirt artwork, and so I just saw it laying at the toy show, and I was like, "Give me that!" And my friend that came with me, and Chicken was said, "Fears, I thought you already got." I said, "I've got one in my apartment with different artwork on it, and it's white and gray, I believe. I can't remember the colors. I think it's like that." And I said, "I don't have this artwork." So as soon as I get home, I'm gonna put this near the Halloween tree or with all the other Snake Plissken stuff that I put up for Halloween. So this is almost perfect. It's got a few scratches here and there, but nothing too major. Not like this fucking thing. I went to HorrorCon, and there was this artist that made art on the VHS. Ooh, and it was so badass. Now we're talking, Walter. Wish I bought one, but they were really expensive. They are. Like Visions just said, $100, $200 online. That's insanity. That's insane. But people are very nostalgic, like me. I'm like one of the most nostalgic people you guys have met in your life. Fears love vintage stuff. Very rarely do I like new stuff, unless it blows my mind. Like the new Superman. That blew my mind. I was like, oh, this is good. I'm like, this is going in the collection. But like Megan 2, Sega, I'm sorry. I gave it a 9 out of 10. Sega loved it. Sega went through the roof. You guys saw the vlog. It was like, he's like, oh, 10 out of 11, 11 out of, 11 out of 20. And I was like, it was all right. 9 out of 10. It was enjoyable, but was it really good? It was okay. It was all right. It wasn't like going nuts. By the way, this is one of my dad's shirts. My mom let me have this one. This one my dad got in Scotland. So this is another one of my dad's shirts. My dad loved traveling like me, so wherever he would go, he would just buy a shirt. So he got this in Scotland, in one of the castles in Scotland. So thanks a lot, Dad. So I got this, and I think that's all the VHS tapes I got. So I just got 1, 2, 3. And I tried to go live the other night, but it was so crappy. I had to do it on my phone, so you guys barely got to see it. So I only went to vintage stock twice because I only have 3 bags worth of stuff. That's plenty. I didn't spend too much. I spent a little. I didn't spend too much. Last time I bought so much, I got 4 bags in my bag, and my mom had to mail me the 5th one. So it was waiting for me when I got back home. I didn't want my mom to do that because I don't want my mom wasting money on stupid shit like this. So yeah, so I didn't get to show you guys this. Oh, I tried, but you guys barely saw it. So these are the new gems. So this is the stuff that I got on the very last, not yesterday, the day before. So I went to vintage stock. So I got the first Airplane movie. Oh yeah. Then I got the sequel, Airplane 77. Nice. Action adventure. And then I got this monster movie slash horror movie. I didn't even know William Shatner did one of these. Um, a living, crawling hell on earth. William Shatner stars in Kingdom of the Spiders. Now we're talking. Oh yeah. And then I think this is James Cameron's documentary. Before he made Titanic, he invented those little cameras to like go through the wreckage, and he invented those for the movie, but also he donated them for deep sea diving. And so before he started making Titanic, he made a documentary called Deep Sea Challenge, and I've never got to see it until now. I haven't been able to find it until now. And it's his experience. This is his documentary of him preparing to make Titanic, and so he decided to make a deep sea dive, and he explores the Titanic, and he explores other shipwrecks, and it's called Deep Sea Challenge 3D. And there's the myth, the man, the legend. And then of course, I've never seen this, but my friend has told me good things. The Last Stand starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Bam. I've heard good things. I think this was his first movie that he did when he came back from being the governor, if memory serves me right. And I've yet to see it. It's got Johnny Knoxville in it. So yeah, and then last but certainly not least, let me know in the chat if you guys have seen this. Randall suggested this. It looks all 1980s, but in fact, it was made in 1993. It's got John D. Delancey. He played Q in Star Trek: The Next Generation, and it's called Arcade. And this is on the list, and sadly, I forgot to bring the list. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I forgot to bring it, but I remember that Arcade is on the list. So I think this one is the only one coming off the list from this trip, and I think there's 2 other movies that were on the list in that bag over there because you guys have seen all the other ones. You guys didn't. You guys just didn't see these. So let me know if you guys have seen Arcade. See how it looks all 80s, but it was made in '93, and there he is. There's John C. Delancey right there. There he is. He played Q. So there you are. Let me put this stuff back in the bag. Oh, I forgot how I had it. Okay, so I have a lot of movies to watch when I get back home, but when am I not watching movies? So there it is. So I found some pretty good deals. Found some Visions. I'll be honest, because you and Tinder Immortal are like the VHS tape masters. I think I got a deal on these two because this was 60, went from 100 to 60. This was, I want to say, I got it for 10, but he really wanted 20. That's a guess though. I think they say the price in the vlogs because you guys are always wanting to see me negotiate. I think I filmed the negotiation. I think on this one, and then this one I think was just $5 because no one really cares about Black Moon Rising except for Fears because it's a funny, cheesy sci-fi film and it's got Tommy Lee Jones in it, and I love him from the Fugitive and all that crap. And I think he's just a good actor. I just love it. Some people in the community don't like it, but I like it. John Carpenter, he didn't shoot it, but he wrote it, and then somebody else directed it. So that's pretty cool. Oh shit! How'd I get these VHS tapes in? I had them a certain way. It's gonna be a squeeze, but I think I can get everything in there. And they better not give me. They better not give me any bullshit. Last year I had so much in my bag. Oh, it's overweight. You gotta pay another $50 and all that bullshit. So they better not give me any crap. Like, fears you gotta pay another $50. They better not. I hope not. Oh Lord. Because I didn't spend that much. I think 3 bags worth is not that much. Now last year I had 5 bags worth, and I was able to squeeze 4 in, and then the 5th one my mom had to mail me. So I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine. But we'll see. We shall see. And then I got this really cool hat. Oh yeah. So yeah. Anyway, oh shit. There we go. Give me 1 second. Okay. There we go. Let me catch up with the chat here. Let's see here. Let's see here. What else? I'm trying to catch up with the chat. Rabian, nothing's changed. Fears when he did all of his live streams and all. I was just starting, I think, lives back then when you moved. Back then, sometimes Fears gets behind on the chat. Nothing's changed. I try to keep up with the chat as best I can. Walter, did your girl get her identity theft situation? Yeah, how was that all right, Walter? I remember you telling me about that. I hope everything's okay. I'm sorry about your dad. Oh, well, thank you, Rabian. Our team developed Antidiax. Hopefully that's how you say it. It could be used for different types of cancer. One of the best cancer drugs ever developed. I don't know if it was invented before my dad died, because if it would have been invented, I'm sure my dad would have took it, because my dad was always researching cancer solutions, and he had it licked for 10 years, and then it came back with a fucking fire. So yeah, for the most part, she still has gotten her money back that was stolen. Oh, that sucks. I'm really sorry that happened, Walter. That sucks. Is the bank working on that still? Pretty much hopeless. The bank assures her she will get her money back. Well, that's good. They better, because that's bullshit if they're just like, oh yeah, whatever, then they fucking, like blow you off, Walter. That would suck. You know how like some people are like, oh yeah, 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 you'll get your money, and then you don't get your fucking money. I hate when people do that. Oh yeah, no worries, you'll get it, you'll get it, you'll get it, and then you don't fucking get it, and you're like, well then you lied, and all that, and so yeah, that's fucking bullshit. I bought an iMac that belonged to. Ooh, I don't know if you spent 45,000. I think you're trolling. I think you're joking, Tubbs. Funny how they can take money in 5 seconds, but it takes 6 to 8 weeks to get it back. That's weird. Exactly. I 100% agree with you, Visions. It's gone in lickety. It's gone lickety split 2 seconds, and then the bank calls and they're like, "Well, yeah, I mean, it may take 8 to 12 weeks," and you're like, "No, why don't you give it back to me now? Because it's not theirs, it's mine, and if you don't get my money back, then I'll sue your fucking ass." That's so stupid. Walter, my prayers are with you, my friend. I hope your girl gets it all back, because that's bullshit. Let's see here. Oh, he is Tokes. Deep Sea Challenge Master. That guy's that James Cameron dove a couple times. So that was his first documentary. Then he made another documentary called Ghosts of the Abyss, which is just about the people that died on the Titanic, and has a little bit. It has a little bit of behind the scenes on how he made Titanic, but mostly it's about the actual passengers that died on Titanic. And I don't own that documentary, but I've seen it. It's good, it's the host of it is Bill. What's his name? He was in. He played one of those thugs that was in the first Terminator. The guy with the blue hair, and he's like, "Oh yeah, nice night for a walk, eh?" That fucking guy, Bill Paxton, and then he was in Alien 2, or I'm sorry, Aliens, not Alien 2, Aliens. So yeah, yeah, man, that ROT tape used to be 15. Last time I looked, it's like 10. Really? That's crazy, Visions. That is nuts. $15, and then I'm bad at math. Hang on, hang on. Let me get my calculator. So 15 times 10. That's gotta be insane. Don't judge me. I just suck at math. I never said I was a mathematician. I fucking hate math. So 15 times 10. 150. Fucking hell. Jesus Christ. That's fucking nuts. I'd never pay 150. Visions don't pay 150. Tell those people to go below themselves. 150. That's absolutely insanity. Ugh. I'd eat it. I would eat out of a garbage can before I would pay 150 for something. Well, I mean, or a VHS tape. Let's see. Hopefully, she gets it all back in this economy. Anything helps. Come to daddy. I don't know what the hell you're on about. 150. That's nuts. And I'll be honest. I forgot what a. No, that's not true, Tokes. I just did it. Look, that's not true. I did 15. Oh, hang on. Times 10. 150. Don't even go there. I know how to use a friggin' calculator. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Anyway, that's nuts. I think the best deal, though, the best deal at the Toyman show, probably Return of the Living Dead, and probably the. Let's see, that and. Probably Escape from New York tape, and then. What was the other thing I got? Oh, and then the hat. I paid almost nothing for the hat. I think the guy wanted. I think the guy wanted 10, and I talked him down to 5 for this. So yeah, I'm not gonna time him out, but I know how to use a calculator. So yeah, um, now I'm gonna try to get a hat that says "I love Blu-rays," but I thought this was so close. I said, "Oh, whenever I review my movies, I'm gonna wear this." So I mean, I review them every day, but I'll wear it a couple times throughout the week. So yeah, he definitely went there, Liz. He shouldn't have. He was trying to pull a fast one on Fears. I like this hat though. Plus, it's in one of my favorite colors. You guys know I love blue. I love yellow. So there it is. And before I even buy one, Visions, I know you can make pins and T-shirts. I'll just ask you to get like a straight hat like this, and I'll just have you make one. Because if you can make a shirt, you can make a hat. You can. I don't know. Do you do embroidery, Visions? Before I put in my order, Visions, could you do embroidery? Because I'll just have you make it. Because you are the shirt, hat, mug, pin making master. I'd rather just a friend make it for me. Like I love Blu-rays. You know, and it would be a one of a kind Exhumed Visions because I've got some stuff that other people don't have. He made me. He took my my messages and he put. Remember the white shirt with the messages Visions. Uh, Please be patient. I've got Crohn's. Nobody has that. I showed my brother the Thunder Run. He's like, no fucking way. He's like, where the hell did you get that? I said, my friend made it for me. He's like, oh, dude. He's like, could your friend make you another one? I want one. And I was like, I'm sure. I said, I'm sure my friend could make you another one. My brother wants one, so I'll probably have you make one for my brother, and I'll give it to him for Christmas because he loved the Thunder Run. He was like, he thought I got it off of eBay. He's like, where the fuck you get that? eBay? And I was like, no. I said he surprised me in my fan mail. And he's like, oh, dude. He's like, I love that shirt. And I only wore it once. Me and my friend went to go work out off camera, and I wore it. And then I came back, and my brother came to visit my mom the other day, and he's like, "Where'd you get that?" And I said, "Oh, I brought this to show you." And he's like, "Yeah, you got it off of eBay, right?" I said, "Nope." I said, "I wish." I said, my good friend made it for me." He's like, "Oh," he's like, "Tell your friend That shirt's. I said, I'll tell him. I said, I talk to him not every day, but almost every day. I said, he's one of my friends slash fans, and he's like, he made that? I said, well, I said he didn't make the poster, but I said he made the shirt. And he's like, oh, that's cool. He's like, did you tell him it's one of my favorite? I said, it's one of my favorites and yours. And he's like, oh, that's cool, dude. He's like, you're probably the only person on the planet that has that shirt. I said, I guarantee you. He's like, well, tell him I want one. So I'm probably going to make one for my brother for Christmas. Yes, I have access to a professional embroiderer. All right, well, then I'll just have you make it, Visions. I want some stickers made, and then I'll do a design. So I'll probably put maybe like fears or like movie master on the back of the hat, and then I'll put I heart Blu-rays, and I'll either have it in yellow or I'll have it in blue or I'll have it in black. I'll figure it out. I'll design it. Whew, there it is. All right. So yeah. Oh, Randy's calling me. Randy's calling me. Hang on. Lord Randall.
Hey, what up, beers? How's it going?
I'm doing good, Randall. I'm doing a show right now. Do you want to come into the
No,
chat?
you're not.
Randall, I'm doing a show. Don't even go there.
You're lying your ass off.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not lying my ass off. I'm looking at my fans right now.
You're not. Okay.
I'm looking at the chat right. I'm looking at the fans right now. I'm doing a show.
Oh yeah. Okay, whatever.
Randall, listen. Don't even go there. You know, Fears is itching to come back to Florida. I'll come back there. I'll take a belt and I'll karate size your ass.
Karate size of my ass.
Yeah, I'll do some fucking Bruce Lee on your ass. You know that? You
You're
know?
quick, but I'm quicker.
Oh, don't even go there. I'll do that. You know that Bruce Lee 1 inch punch? Yeah, I'll do that 1 inch punch and go flying across into the wall and shit.
Oh no! If you fought me, one of two things would happen. I would punch you, you would hit the floor, and I would die of laughter.
You actually went there, Randall. You actually stole Fears' line. 3 things would happen: me hitting you, you hitting the floor, and then me standing over you and laughing at you for about an hour. You know the ironic part of that story, Randall, is
What'd you say?
I said, you know the ironic part of that story, Randall, is that actually happened. That's where the origins. Some bully in middle school and high school like did it. I went, oh yeah, you think so? You think you're gonna win? And I said, touch me again, and you'll find out what happens. And he did. And then I punched him, and he fell down. And then I stood over him, and I laughed at him until the teacher pulled me off of him.
Yeah.
So I taught him a very valuable lesson. No one fucks with a Fears man. But he had it coming, you know.
Yeah.
Randall, now you know why I hate bullies. Because they hate themselves, but then they're like, oh, yeah, he's a good target. I'll make fun of him. And I'm like, well, no, you won't make fun of me. If you make fun of me, you're going down. That's why I hate bullies. I can't stand bullies.
Yeah. So you beat him up, and he's a bully. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, but he hit me first.
Oh, okay. You didn't say that.
No, yeah, I didn't start the fight. I sure as hell finished it. Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely a bully. So what are you doing, buddy?
Okay.
No, Randall, I don't start fights.
Okay.
I finish fights, but I don't start fights.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm making top ramen.
Oh, nice. What type of ramen?
Lime chili shrimp.
Oh, yeah, shrimp? Oh, yeah, now we're talking shrimp.
There's no shrimp in it, but it's shrimp flavored.
Oh, yeah, you gotta have shrimp in it, not shrimp flavored. Oh, I thought there was actual shrimp in there. Oh, okay.
No.
Randall,
That would've been good.
Randall, the last time I had shrimp, it's in a vlog. Me and Sega are at we did that buffet at the Polynesian, and I thought,
Polynesian strip club?
no, not the strip club. I took Sega to a strip club, but the Polynesian, you know, the hotel right before you go into the Magic Kingdom. I said, hey, let's get lunch there. So people that have seen the vlog know what I'm talking about. They had some good shrimp there, man, because I hadn't had shrimp in a long time. So you see me on camera eat some shrimp. Have you ever went to the Polynesian? That buffet is good.
No, I don't think I ever have.
Dude, you and me got to hit that buffet up. It's we should go there in a year though, Randall, because I shouldn't go right now because I'm trying to lose some weight. But in a year, we should totally go there because
No, screw your weight. Just do it.
screw my weight. Yeah, there you go, Randall. There you
Go
go.
there and just eat everything.
Yeah, eat everything, Randall. You're fucking
You only
hilarious.
live once, you know?
Yeah, but I'm sick and tired of having I'm sick and tired of having a belly. You know.
You have a 12 pack. Some people have a 6 pack. You have a 12. You have a 12 pack.
No, no, I don't have I don't have a 6 pack or a 12 pack. You know what I have? I have a beer belly. That's what I have.
Oh, okay.
That's what I have.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
okay.
serious, Randall. Like 90% of the trolling I get now, I don't get too much trolling these days, but 90% of the trolling that I do still get is, oh, you're fat, Fears, you're this, you're that, you need to lose weight. So yeah, so I need to lose the weight. But you know what,
Yeah.
Randall? You can never win. If I lose all the weight, oh well, now you're anorexic, Fears, and I'm just like, oh
Yeah.
fucking hell, like you can't fucking win with these
Yeah.
people. So anyway, but yeah, Randall, we should hang out either this weekend or we should hang out next weekend, buddy. Because I have not. We've hung out like on lives and stuff, and I haven't. The last time I came to visit you was what, May?
Uh-huh. Yeah, around that.
We ate at that restaurant on the dock, and I already
Yeah.
uploaded that vlog.
Just crab shake. Oh yeah, Fierce. I just wanted to tell you, I accidentally did not tell you this because I forgot that I did it.
Mm-hmm. What's
I
up?
actually already have the Cameo Man song on the Cameo Man bloopers.
Do you
So
really?
the bloopers to the AI video. So if you want to release the audio, go ahead.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because I wanted to show the fans. I respected you as my friend. You know, you were like,
Yeah.
Fierce, don't upload the Cameo Man song. Because I'm not trying to make fun of you, Randall. I have more viewers. I was like, let me upload the new and improved
How
Cameo Man.
fucking dare you say
No,
you have
listen,
more
listen.
viewers,
Hang
you
on.
son of a bitch?
Hang on, Randall. I said, I didn't know that you had it uploaded. I respected you. You said you said don't upload it until I upload it. So I waited and I said, Randall, I've got more subs on my channel. Let me upload the new and improved Cameo Man song. So I said, I can get the fans talking about the new Cameo Man, so I'll get some more views for you, get some more subs.
Well, when it's on your channel, I don't get views, Spears.
No,
Right?
I'm
You
saying,
get views.
but you
I
get
don't get views.
you don't get views, but you get exposure.
Yeah.
Because I always tell people in the descriptions, I didn't make this. My friend made this. I'm just promoting my
Uh-huh.
friend's video because I care about my friends' channels and their businesses and all that other
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I never claim it as mine.
Uh-huh.
I'm just trying to help out my friends, you know?
Yeah.
Like when Vision sends me a shirt, I'm like, well, I didn't fucking make this shirt. I'm like, I bought it to promote my friend's business. It's his business, not mine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But Pierce, so I know you're trying to help me, but like, let's say I have a video on my channel and a video on your channel, and 500 people are gonna go on my channel and watch the thing on mine.
Mm-hmm.
But if it goes on your channel, that means I get 250 views and you get 250 views, and my channel actually suffers because it's on your channel too.
Well,
Like if it's just on my channel, then all my views go to me.
I know. I'm just
And I,
saying.
I get more
I
attention.
upload the stuff that you allow me to upload.
Yeah,
Like if you don't care about a video, I mean you care about all of them, but
yeah,
if you're like, hey Fears, I don't care if you share this video,
yeah.
because I really wanted to show the fans the Cameo Man song. Because what if not everybody?
Well, I mean, it's already up, but yeah, okay.
But I mean, I want other people to listen to it, you know.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna use some of the Cameo Man drawings and have those in the background, and then I'm gonna play the Cameo Man song. So that'll probably be the next video I upload to Feeders Man 26.
Okay.
And then I made a Lantern song, and then I made
Uh-huh.
a new Fears Man song that they haven't heard yet. And then I made the Quentin the Baby Bitch song.
Uh-huh.
I may not upload that one because I haven't heard from him in a while. I don't want World War 19. I may still
Yeah.
upload it, but I don't know if I will. I'm on the fence, so we'll see.
Okay.
But besides that, how's everything else been going, buddy? But thank you. Now I can officially upload it. How's everything else been going?
Everything's been cool.
Nice. How's your mom doing?
It's been good.
Your mom
Mom's
doing
fine.
good? Okay, good. I'm glad. Well, everything went good today, Randall. I went to go visit my dad and my grandma, my grandpa, and I took my mom out to lunch, and then I took her out to lunch the other day. So got some quality time in with my nephew, some quality time in with family. So it's been good.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, I'm gonna see you in the chat, Randall. But do you want me to call you after the show's done?
All right. Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll call you after the show's done. But I'll see you in the chat too. Peace.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
I didn't want to keep talking because I didn't want you guys thinking I was ignoring you. So, Randall, I will call you later, my friend. I will call you later. And I want to catch up with the chat. There we go. Let's see here. Yo, Lantern, what's up? Good to see you. Okay, so the last thing I read was Vision says yes, I have access to a professional. Okay, good. I'll just have you make it then, and I'll pick out what type of hat I want, or I can send you the hat. I can mail you the hat, and you can just embroidery. So we'll figure it out because I definitely want a Blu-ray hat. So there it is. Oh, thanks, Mr. Land, for that super chat donation. You're the best. You're the best, buddy. Liz says, "Yeah, Lantern, stop bullying us." That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Well, thanks, Mr. Lantern. I hope you're doing good too. We're not bullying you, Liz, but you got to do it in the classic Lantern, uh, voice, Liz. Like, I'm not bullying you, Liz. I just like belly buttons. There you go. Let's see. Mr. Lantern threw another shrimp on the Barbie. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Oh yeah, I love shrimp. Shrimp's good. If you guys have never had it, I highly suggest it. Vision says, I've been gone shrimping. That's right, from Forrest. Bubba Gump shrimp. We got a whole bunch of boats, 12 jennies, you know. And then Forrest has a phone call. Well, you're gonna have to call him back because he is indisposed. It's his mama. He's sick, and he looks off to the left. He just jumps off the fucking boat. I love Forrest because he's not really an idiot. He's a little slow, but he's not an idiot because he does all these epic things. Everyone thinks he's an idiot. He's not an idiot. He just does things. He's smart, but he's not like super smart. But I wouldn't classify Forrest as an idiot, even though people call him an idiot. I wouldn't classify him as an idiot because he was on like what? He was on the professional ping pong. He was on the American football team. He was on the ping pong team. He met like what 5 or 6 presidents. In the movie, he owns Apple. He bought the Apple company, and then he has the shrimp. And then he was a shrimp boat captain. And then he what was the other thing? Uh, he saw the Watergate scandal. He was like he's talking to. He didn't cause the Watergate. He just saw it happening, and then he called and he's like, "You may want to go, see a maintenance man across the way because those lights are keeping me awake." And he's like, and then you hear the security guard go, "Okay, sir, yeah, we'll look into it." So he's not really an idiot. He just does things a little slower. But because he did all these things with his life, I don't classify him as an idiot. And then let's see, has anyone ever been called Shrimp Dick and completely destroyed their ego, asking for a friend? No, I don't know what you're on about. No one's ever called me that, Walter. So yeah, for the longest time, I don't know why I thought this was cool. I remember I got my hair cut, and you guys have seen footage. I think of this. I thought back in the day it would be cool to get a flat top. I thought that was a great idea. It definitely was not a good idea because I come into work and when I was working at the car wash with Eric and Trent, and for about 3 years, Eric called me penis. What's up, penis? What's up, penis? Because he said the top of my head looked like a penis. I didn't enjoy those next 3 years, and finally I went up to him and said, "If you call me penis again, I'm gonna punch you in your fucking face." And then he hasn't called me that since because I had had enough. I couldn't take it anymore. And this is my best friend, but I just could not take it. Obviously, I don't think I would actually have punched him in the face, but 3 years was enough. And I told him all through the years, hey, the joke's over. Please stop. And he just wouldn't stop. But finally, he stopped. But oh man, that was crazy. So, but you saying shrimp dick, that reminded me of that story. So yeah. So yeah. Let's see. Expose yourself, Randy. Yeah. Yeah. Well, he was sitting on the song. I get what Randy's saying. He's like, if you put your video or my video on yours and mine, he said you only get half the views. But I'm like, Randy, any exposure, any exposure on YouTube is good exposure. You know what I'm saying? And I said, Randy, I'm just trying to help. I said, if Randy makes a new Cameo Man song, I said the fans are gonna hear it on yours and mine. So I'm like, what's the difference? Let's just upload it on both our channels. And I have more subscribers than Randy. I always try to help out my friends, you know? And that's no, I don't know if it was World War II. It was he went. Oh yeah, he was a war hero. That's another thing he did. He Chokes. It wasn't World War One. He did Vietnam. He was in the Vietnam War. That's right. So yeah. So yeah. Mm, I thought it was herpes. No, no, it wasn't that Visions. Oh no, I know what he had. In real life Visions, he had him and his wife got COVID. That's what they had. But he doesn't have herpes. No. I just wouldn't classify Forrest Gump as an idiot because he did a lot of cool things in his life. He just did things a little bit slower, but I wouldn't classify him as an idiot. But yeah. Anyway. All right, let's continue on. All right. Well, let's start with the first topic. Florida plans. So these are the plans when I get back. So let me look at my calendar. So when I get back, I'm gonna start working on 2 videos, showing you guys the new Cameo Man song. Now that I got Randall's approval, and my trip vlog. As soon as I get my trip vlog done, then I'm gonna go back and start editing all the old stuff that I need to catch up on. But the trip vlog, from now on, if I film new stuff, it's going right up, so you guys can see it right away, and then I can go back and work on all my old stuff. So as soon as I get back, I've been kind of working on the trip vlog too a little bit. It's not done, but I've started editing it. So yeah. So those 2 things I'm doing right when I get home. Then let me see what the date is. Then on the on October 28th, I'm doing my birthday. I'm either gonna go to Disney or Universal. So I've already got the days off. And I put them in way in advance. I put them in like September 1st, so I know for a fact I get my birthday off and Halloween off. So I have the 28th, the 29th, the 30th, and the 31st, and November 1st off. And November 1st is. Oh, wait, I have that off anyway because that's a Saturday. So I will be able to go to. So on the 28th is my birthday. So I'm doing all that. And then on the 31st, I'm going to go to Disney for Halloween. Then I'm doing the Halloween live stream with you guys. As soon as I get back tomorrow, I'm ordering the rest of my costumes, so it's here for Halloween. I don't know how long it's gonna take to ship the Snake Plissken uh, pants and my uh, the eye patch to my house, but I'm gonna order it as soon as I get back tomorrow. And then on the 1st, I'm gonna try to go to Spooktacular. I haven't decided if I'm gonna skip it or not. I may skip it because I spent not a lot on this trip, but I spent a little bit. So I may just save my money and go to Spooktacular next year. But on the 2nd, I'm going to Dave's convention, which is, let me look it up. It is, what's the convention called on the 2nd? Hang on, let me go to his page. So I may just go to Dave's and forget Spookula because Dave's conventions are always more cheaper. I guarantee Spookula is as cool it is, and it's a big ass horror convention. As cool as it is, it's probably going to be like 90 to $100. I guarantee it, because those big conventions, they always cost an arm and a leg, even though they're really cool. But Dave only charges like $5 or $10, or I think the most I've ever paid for Dave's is like, I don't know, like 20. So I may just skip Spookula. I mean, the footage would be great because I've seen Adam the Woo go to it, and he went buck wild, and there was so much horror convention stuff, and it looked amazing. Let's see, what's the next one? November. Oh, where's the? Hang on, FloridaToyShows.com. What's the next one? November 1st and 2nd. So I missed this one. The Kissimmee Collectors Fest was on October 4th and 5th, so I missed that one, unfortunately. Let's see. The next one is November 1st and the 2nd. It's Florida Extravaganza, located in Tampa at the Florida State Fair. Oh, God, now I have to deal with those idiots at the fairground because Joe's staff is amazing, but the Florida Fairground people are fucking idiots. You can't park here. Yes, I can. Who told you? My buddy Dave. Mind your business. I know exactly what the hell I'm doing. I didn't say that to him. That's what I'm saying in my mind. What I really said was, "Oh no, ma'am, I think you're mistaken. The toy show you can park over here." "Oh, okay." And I'm like, "Oh, fucking hell." And I'm like, I'm not an idiot. I know where to fucking park. But I try to be nice to people as much as I can. It's just that. And the Florida Fairgrounds people, they are the most rudest people ever. Now, Joe's staff is absolutely amazing. They're absolutely amazing. But the Florida, oh, mm. So that's November 1st and 2nd. I know for sure I'm going on the 2nd. So I'm either going to go to Spooktacular on the 1st and then on the November 2nd, go to not, go to Jeff's, excuse me. Or I'm just going to skip Spooktacular and go on both days, November 1st and 2nd. I just haven't decided yet. So we shall see. Then there's a Christmas one on December 21st called Santa's Gift Show. Oh, there you go. And then he's got the whole list, or most of the list, planned for next year, January 11th, January 18th, January 25th. Then he's got one on February 22nd. Oh, wow, a lot. Then on March 1st and March 7th and March 8th. Okay, so that's not the full season. He's got half the season planned for next year. Nice. So he's got, let's see, he's got how many shows ahead is he? Because he just did that show. So he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shows already planned. And most of those shows of that list is for next year. So he's only got, let's see, how many shows does he have left in 2025? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5 left this year. And he's already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 8 shows planned for next year. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Nice. Nice. Okay. Let me catch up with the chap here. I said chap. I meant to say chat. Excuse me. People called me Shrimp Dick forever because I had sex with a teacher at school. Damn. Well, she was on her period. Oh, my lord. Cocktail sauce. Oh, shit. Wow. Vision says. I said it too. That's kind of nuts. There it is. Shrimp snakeskin. Oh, my lord. You know, Tokes, the most exotic food I've ever eaten is I had alligator in alligator chili, and that's on the vlog. If you guys remember, I went to that roadside attraction, and she's like, "You ever tried alligator?" I said, "No." I said, "But I don't mind trying it." She's like, "It kind of tastes like chicken." She's like, "Do you like chili?" I'm like, "It depends on what type of chili." But I said, if it doesn't have any beans in it and it just has meat, then yes, I do like chili because the beans will make fears fart for like a month straight. And she's like, "So no beans?" And I said, "No beans." And she's like, "Have you ever tried alligator?" I said, "No, but I'm up for trying it." She's like, "You want me to make you some alligator chili?" And she sounded like she was like, I'm not trying to be rude, but she had that accent. She had that like redneck accent, like country bumpkin hillbilly. "You want me to make you some chili?" And I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, that'll be good. And so I ate it. It was actually pretty good. It actually did taste like chili. That was the first time I ate alligator. So Tokes, that's the most exotic food I've ever tried. But my dad, since he traveled more, he ate in Paris. He ate in China. He ate octopus. He ate starfish. I remember him telling me that one. He ate a lot of stuff. I have had frogs legs before because I had those in England, and they were okay, and they were fried. They were fried chicken legs, fried frog legs. Excuse me. So fried frog legs, and I haven't had them in quite a long time. I had them like when I was 15 or 16. So yeah. So those two. So alligator chili and frog legs, fried frog legs are the most exotic foods I've ever tried. I'll be honest, I prefer the chili over the frog legs. Frog legs it's an acquired taste. So yeah. Someone asked me one time if I've ever tried caviar, and I know what that is. That's just fish eggs. and they put it on a cracker with like cheese spread or whatever. I was like, I wouldn't mind trying it, but I've never had an opportunity. Casey, in one of his airplane videos, they like paid him to go in that seat, and they're like, "Will you do a comprehensive review on our airplane seat?" And then they brought him some caviar, and he eats it, and he's like, he takes a sip of water because it's so salty, and he takes a sip, and he's all like, "Salty." So I know that it's salty because he tried it, but I've never got to try it. I probably never will because when's the next time Fears is going to be asked, "Oh, would you like some escargot? Would you like some, caviar?" No, no, I'm good. I'm fine. Oh, I'm all right. Anyway, so those are my upcoming plans when I get back to Florida. I've got work, and then I've got, if I decide to go, I'm gonna go to Spooktacular and Jeff's show. If I decide to say forget Spooktacular, I'm gonna go to Dave's the 2 day show, and then I've got my birthday, and I'm gonna go to either Universal. I may switch it up because I'm always going to Disney on my birthday. I may on my birthday like do like 1 day at Universal, or I may hit up Epic Universe because I never went there. I haven't decided. And then on Halloween during the day, I'll go to Disney, get some footage, and then of course we've got the Fears Halloween hanging out with the fans stream. I'll probably have a few little mixed drinks like I always do. So you'll see well, not a super drunk Snake Plissken, but a nicely buzzed Snake Plissken. And then I'll look right into the camera and I'll say his classic line. Your rules are really beginning to annoy me. You know what's great about that, Tokes? Is it's not even in the fucking movie. It's in the trailer for Escape from LA. That's my favorite line that he says. Kurt Russell, he's got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth and he spits it out and then he looks right over and he's like, your rules are really beginning to annoy me. I fucking love it. That's the greatest line he's ever said. Either that or I don't give a fuck about your war, or he blows off a hawk in the first one and he's like, get a new president. That's another good line that Snake Plissken says. Are you guys ready to see Fears with long flowing hair? You guys saw, I gave you a sneak peek. You guys saw it a little bit, but I can't wait to show you the whole ensemble. The hardest thing, though, will be to find that life clock. I'm going to do my damnedest. If not, I'm just going to duct tape my phone like that and have the countdown. So I'll do my very best. Because, I always go nuts for Halloween, but I hope I can have the whole ensemble. That's why I bought the scary movie mask, just in case if I can't put it all together. But when I get back, you guys are going to see some cameos from Ghostface. You're going to see some cameos from uh, the Scream Ghostface. And then you're going to see some cameos of Surfer Fears. And then you may see Snake Plissken before the actual show if everything comes in the mail on time. So, yeah, all good things are coming. So, put in the chat, what are you guys most excited for? Uh, the Fears Christmas streams, the Fears Halloween extravaganza, my birthday. Looking forward to watching the old vlogs that I still need to get up. That's been like a year or 2 years old. Sorry, I apologize. Let me know what you're most excited for in the upcoming weeks, the upcoming months. Fear's got some surprises for you. You never know what I'm gonna upload. That's why I never tell you guys. I'm like, it's much better to surprise you guys. I kind of give you an idea, or if it's something like so fucking epic, then I'll give you a hint, or I'll just tell you. But I got some nice surprises coming. Oh yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. And then it's time to review my final day because I don't count travel days as my final day because you're just traveling the whole time. So yeah, this is my final full day. So got up. My brother was nice enough to go to my favorite donut shop. It's in downtown St. Louis. I'm a little mad though. They're changing their name. It used to be called Donut Delight. Look it up. It's a real place. It's like a mom and pop place. They have the best donuts of all time. Now they're calling themselves Donuts and More because now they started selling other breakfast items besides donuts. They're celebrating. They're selling hash browns and biscuits and gravy. My brother told me, and pancakes. So it's Donuts and More. The new name, it's okay. I prefer Donut Delight. I think Donut Delight is a way better name. That's just me. Anyway, so we started with donuts, and then my brother and Shelton, I think he took Shelton to the park, and then his mother went to go visit her mom, and then we met up with them later, and me and my mom went and saw my dad, because my dad's in the military cemetery, and then closer to downtown St. Louis, my grandma, my grandpa Fears are buried together. So we went and visited them, and then we went and visited my Aunt Mary and my Uncle Russ, and they're in a different cemetery. So all day we were just visiting past loved ones. So me and my mom, I took some pictures. Let me show you. Good old dad. He's doing good. As always, just to let everybody know, because Visions, you were kind of surprised that I put my dad in the last vlog. I did film a little bit. I did talk to my dad, so my dad will have a cameo in the vlog. Um, I said some different stuff this time. I said I missed him. I said I love him. I said you would have been a great grandpa. I said I met Shelton. He's a fantastic. He's my buddy. He's my pal. He's my new buddy. He's my new pal. And Enzo's always my buddy, my pal. He's my old buddy. So there's Enzo. There he is. We were outside. We were playing catch because some hater said, "Oh, you always keep him locked up in that cage," and I'm like, that's simply not true. He's always hanging around. We only put him in the cage at night because that's where he sleeps. Sometimes my mom will let him sleep on the couch in the inside. It just depends. It depends on his mood. Sometimes he'll play in the yard all day. So he gets plenty of exercise. So some hater was just hating to hate. And I got footage of me and him playing in the yard. So I was like, "Yeah, you're a liar. You're an idiot." I'm like, "We don't keep him in the cage 24/7. You're a fucking idiot." That's a cute. How can you deny that face? So yeah, isn't he cute, Liz? Kate? I mean, come on. And look, there's his ball in the background. So we were playing. We were playing, and then that's the cemetery that my dad's at. My dad sits on a hillside. My dad picked that spot. He said, "Whenever I die," he said it would be cool to see all the other soldiers. And I said, "You can pick the site, Dad?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I can pick any." He goes, "I'm a soldier. I can pick anywhere I want to be buried in this cemetery." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So he got to pick the spot. So my dad is on. Let's see. He is on this. So my dad's on this side. So this picture is looking this way. So my dad's in the second row. So it says, "Here lies John William Fears, beloved husband, great brother, love you a lot," and of course, Dad. It says John William Fears, Sergeant, U.S. Army, and he died September 16th, 2022. So it's been 3 years. I miss him a lot. So me and my mom went and put some flowers and some flags down, and my mom bought him that angel. So my mom and me, we always decorated it up. For Christmas, I bought my dad a little candle, and just hanging out with Dad. There we are. That was today. I wore my blues shirt because my dad always liked the blues. That's a good one of me and my dad. And me and my mom doing a selfie. There we are. And of course, I had to, put a little pumpkin down, for Halloween. There you are. And then this is my my grandfather. He doesn't have a tombstone. He has one of those metal plates that just go into the ground. So my grandma is on this side and my grandpa's on this side. So it says their names. So Fears. And then we put down some flowers. And then this is a different cemetery, but this is the cemetery that my grandpa and my grandma are in, which is in not downtown St. Louis, but I'd say it's about a half an hour away from where my dad is. Around there, 30, 30, 45 minutes. And I forgot the name of the cemetery, but it's not in downtown St. Louis, but it's in St. Louis. It's not like downtown. That one is a bigger cemetery in downtown St. Louis. That one's fucking huge. This one is pretty big, but not as big as that one. And then I put down some more flowers because my mom brought some more. And then this is the road to get out. So yeah, I took some pictures. And then I took my mom to this restaurant called Black Bear. That's one of her favorite restaurants. And that's the menu. There we are. And I had some biscuits and gravy for dinner. Hell yeah. Look at that. Look at those bad boys. I didn't eat all of it. That's a lot of food. But biscuits and if you've never had biscuits and gravy, I highly recommend it. And then this was the last photo that I took with Shelton until I see him next year. He was just laughing away, just happy little guy. Just happy. Just hanging out. What a happy little guy. What a happy guy. And then we got and then Kate sent me this. I don't know why Kate sent me this. I thought it was funny. It's Snake Plissken battling it out with Donald Trump. And at first I thought, oh, Kate, is this a meme of me? And she said, no, it's not a meme. I've yet to see a meme of Fears in long hair. So, because I thought people would be going nuts with the memes. Maybe they're waiting until I get the whole ensemble of Snake Plissken on, and then the memes will be flying. I can't wait to see the Fears Snake Plissken memes be a flowing. But she sent me Snake Plissken battling it out with Donald Trump. That's what Kate sent me, and I thought that was funny. I thought that was really funny. So, Kate, I don't know why you sent me that or where you got it, but I thought it was funny. You ever been to Lambert's Cafe in Missouri? It's a pretty famous place where they throw the rolls. I've heard of it, Walter. I've heard of it. But I don't think I've ever been there. I don't think. And then the other day, my mom made a. I forgot what you call this. It's a. What type of pie is that? I forgot what type of pie that is. My 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 mom. What the heck? Oh, people are going nuts and calling me some troll because I showed my phone. I should have been more careful. Look at this. Nope. This guy's going insane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 calls in a matter of 10 or 11 seconds. Jesus Christ, these people are going nuts. Oh, idiots. Wasting their time on all this stupid bullshit. Well, guess what? I know you're watching, troll. You're wasting your time. I'm not going to listen to your 3 or 4 voicemails that you left, so fuck you. I'm not going to listen to them. Stupid. Absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, we had a good day today. So I would probably rate the day probably a 10 out of 10 because I got to hang out with my dad. So hell yeah. It was a pretty good day. Pretty good day. Walter, have you ever been there? I've never been to that place that you're talking about. But yeah. So yes, Kate, it's the mysterious caller. But he left me a text message, but I blocked his number. He's never left me a text message because you heard my texts going off. Usually he leaves some stupid voicemail. Hey, Fears, the trolls are coming. And I'm like, I don't give a shit because if you ever meet me face to face, I'd deck you right in the fucking face. You know, because I'm not afraid of those idiots. I'm just deleting all these stupid messages that he sent me. I'm going to turn off my phone because I don't want it beep, 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 beep going off every 5 fucking seconds. Anyway, so yeah, it was a pretty good day. Let's see, Walter says, I have Fears. It's really good. Oh, nice. I've heard of it. I've just never. I don't think they used to have in Union Station is that's where they shot some of Escape from New York, and after they shot Escape from New York, they took the actual train station and made it into a mall, and they used to throw fudge in the air. They would swirl the fudge around, Walter. So at first I thought you meant that place because I have been to that place before. Before now they turned the St. Louis Museum into the aquarium, and you guys have seen me go there with my friend Brian, and Brian has a kid, and we took his girlfriend, his kid, him, his mom came, and they were all in the vlog, and I went with them. So now it's an aquarium, but it used to be a train station. Then it was abandoned. Then Escape from New York came in, shot in there. Then it was a mall for like 15, 20 years, and then the mall went out of business, and they took the abandoned mall and made it into an aquarium, and now people love it. People love the aquarium over over the mall. So now it's flourishing. But whenever you guys see my Escape from New York tour that I shot a year ago, you guys will love that. I went to all the movie locations in St. Louis because they shot for like 3 or 2 days in actual New York, which is hilarious, and then they shot for a week in on like LA sets. But yeah, but 90% of it was shot in St. Louis, which is fucking badass. So hell yeah. And I think Fears as going my two first horror movies. I'm gonna start with Ghostbusters. Larry said, "Is that technically a horror movie?" It's got horror elements. So tomorrow night I'm gonna watch Ghostbusters and I'm gonna watch Escape from New York because I'm watching Escape from New York again on October 31st as Snake Plissken, and I'm gonna get that in the vlog. So it's all delicious jams and jellies. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be amazing. Hell yeah! I'm looking forward to it. Are you? I guarantee it. You guys are gonna laugh your ass off. Fears is gonna be watching Escape from New York as Snake Plissken, watching Snake Plissken, and I may even venture and watch Escape from L.A. Part Dosage. We'll see, because I have lots of horror movies. Because I plan to another part of my Florida plans is I'm gonna try to watch as many of those old movies, the Universal monster movies. I should. Oh no, I'm sorry, Visions. I'm sorry. I made you a promise. So I'm gonna wait on when I get back. I'm watching a Sleepaway Camp right away. So I made you a promise. So it's gonna be I'm gonna watch Escape from New York when I get back right away, and uh, uh, Sleepaway Camp, and I'm gonna review that. So that'll be my first horror movie, Sleepaway Camp. So tomorrow, I'm sorry, not tomorrow, Monday I will watch Ghostbusters. So yeah, and because you guys saw me, I got it. So because Visions, how long did I make you wait? 2 years for the first review. I'm not gonna make you now that I actually own Sleepaway Camp 1. I'm not gonna make you wait like 4 fucking years for that review because I'm gonna review it. Now that I have the Blu-ray, I'm gonna watch all the bonus features. I'm gonna watch the movie again, and I will re-review an updated review, my friend. So yes, so tomorrow, Escape from New York, and Sleepaway Camp, those two. So yeah, and plus Escape from New York, that's always good. That's always good. When is that not good? Let's see, what's next? Toyman highlights. Well, hanging out with Chicken Wizard. I got to hang out with Chicken Wizard all the way through it, and then we went to dinner, and I got some vlog footage of that, and then the VHS tapes was definitely a highlight, and then hanging out with Chris, the guy that owns the Toyman Toy Show, that was a good highlight, and then the free coffee. Chris, you're the man, dude. Chris always has free fucking coffee at the Toyman. Oh, it's so good. It's so fucking good. Let's see. Walter says, I may have asked this before, but have you ever hung up the golden ticket prop you got from me? I'm surprised I've never seen it in your place. But there's a reason, Walter. There's a reason why I have not hung that up yet. I got something planned. I can't give you guys all. I can't give away all the secrets. Walter, I've got something planned. It will be up. It's gonna be up, but before it's coming. In the next couple of months, you'll find out why, Walter. I've got something planned. Pure imagination. You know that fucking song? You know, or the random hilarious like candy guy that owns the candy fucking store and he's like dumping out all the candy, and like giving away free shit in the candy store. So don't worry, my friend. Epic things are coming. So yeah. So those will be the highlights of the Toyman Toy Show. So yeah. And I think I'm going to end it there. But before I end it, I'm going to show you guys one more time all the movie stuff that I got. And then I think that's a good place to end it. But Walter, it's coming. You just got to be patient. It's coming. It's on the way. Okay. Let me grab my stuff. Hang on. Well, I already showed you the VHS tape, so I'm not going to show you that. And I already showed you, not yesterday, but 2 days ago, those Blu-rays. I'm going to show you guys the rest of them, just in case you guys missed it. And then I'm going to end it because it's almost 12 o'clock. Oh, it is 12 o'clock here, and I need to get some rest because my flight is not super early, but kind of early. And I still need to. Oh, damn, Lantern. Jesus. And I still need to pack my bag. Give me 1 second. That's right, Lantern. Burp. Damn. Give me 1 second. I'm organizing all my stuff here, and then I will show you guys in just a second. So, I forgot to show you guys this last time. Yesterday or whatever it was. I went and did a new miniature golf place. So this one, and I got some vlog footage. This one is called Putt Putt Quest Jungle Adventure. Beware of the jungle creatures. And it's 18 holes of golf. It's in the Mid Rivers Mall. So shout out to Putt Putt Quest Jungle Adventures. You will be debuted in my vlog. It's only been there 6 months in the Mid Rivers Mall, and I got a good score of 45. 45. I know it looks like a 3. I have chicken scratch. Walter, you should know, because Visions, you and Walter have seen my chicken scratch writing in those books that I sent you guys, and my handwriting's not that good. I can read it, thank God. As long as I can read it, then we're all good. And then My dad bought me this when I was 5 years old, so I've worn this not every Christmas, but every Christmas when I was young. So my mom wanted me to have it. So whenever I do that inflatable Slimer, I'm gonna put the elf hat right on top of Slimer because I haven't put Slimer up yet. But as soon as I get back, I'm putting Slimer up. And then everybody knows I love Emo's Pizza, and so whenever you buy a gift card from Emo's Pizza, they make these little boxes. And I said, "Can I have one of those little boxes?" I said, "Because I said I've got this area above my fridge that I have a bunch of collectibles, and I'm just gonna throw it up there. But I'm gonna put this inside the Halloween slash Christmas tree. I'm gonna stick it on a branch, so Emo's will be added into the Halloween slash Christmas tree. So and then whenever it's not Christmas, I'm gonna put all my hard drive and no, sorry, not my hard drive. I'm gonna put all my memory chips and my little thumb drives in this little pizza box. So hell yeah. So that's what I'm gonna use it on the off season. But during the Christmas season and the Halloween season, it's going in the Halloween tree. Oh hell yeah. Now we're talking. And then Walter, I don't know if you saw this. I have my dad's old jersey from the 80s and 90s, so that one's in. You guys have seen me wear that one. That one, it's more of a T-shirt. It's kind of a jersey because they made the jerseys look different in the 80s and 90s. But I got my dad's old one, and I got myself a brand new one, a 2025 one. So I will be wearing this in vlogs, at the conventions, in the streams, coming soon. Hell yeah! So I got that. And then I'm wearing this shirt tomorrow. I'm wearing this back. I need to take the price tag off of this. I'm wearing this hat with my blue shirt. So this is the newest, the latest, and the greatest blue shirt to the Fears Arsenal. Oh yeah, I'm wearing this tomorrow. So it's blue, and it's light bluish gray with I love VHS tapes. I do. But I like Blu-rays more, as you're about to find out. Most of these are Blu-ray gems, and then there's some Blu-ray gems in the VHSs in that one. But here we go. Oh, I found some gems, and it's gonna keep me busy for quite a while watching all this shit. So we got, you guys know I love Star Trek. Lots of Star Trek. There's never enough Trek though. Oh yeah. Um, Star Trek Prodigy season 2 because they didn't have season 1. So I gotta get online and buy season 1 and watch it in order. This is one of my best finds. The complete TV series of Ash versus Evil Dead, motherfucker. Right there. Look at that. Oh my god, I can't wait to start. And they told me, according to Google, I believe this takes place after Army of Darkness. And he's an old guy now. So hell yeah. And then Visions tomorrow, I'm going to watch this. Sleepaway Camp. And then look at all these bonus features. Look at that. Now we're talking. What's her name? Ashley? Amanda? Whatever the fuck her name is. Hang on. Angela. Angela Baker. Excuse me. Fucking Ashley. I couldn't remember her fucking name. Well, it's not a her. I can't remember his name. Excuse me. Because he does have a penis. And it's a very hairy penis. Because at the end, she's all like, all that shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on in this movie? And then the big fat guy, like, gets scorching hot water. And he has all these fucking blisters and pimples and shit on him because she throws the fucking hot water on him. I don't know. It's a fucking crazy movie. It's a good movie. It's just a fucking crazy movie. You'll never look at camping ever again until you see this. Because she's all sweet and innocent, you know. Or I should say he's all sweet and innocent. And then the uncle, well, the auntie or uncle, I can't tell if it's a man or a woman, it's like, yeah, we have enough boys in this family. I want a daughter. I want a niece, or whatever the hell it is. And I'm just like, oh god, here we go. So I will be watching this tomorrow. And then I got season 1 of Creepshow because I have season 4. So now there's 4 seasons. I just have to hunt down season 2 and 3 now. But I like Creepshow 1 and 2, the movie. So I know for a fact I will like Creepshow, the TV show. Oh yeah. And then this is not a sequel to Forbidden Planet. It's just an 80s cheesy sci-fi film. Forbidden World. Now we're talking. Can't wait to watch and review that hot mess. And then this guy was in Scream. He was in Scream 1 and 2, and then he gets killed in 3. So he has like a cameo at the beginning. He gets killed in Scream 3 at the very beginning. It was a simple game, Cotton. You should have told me where Sydney is. Now, you lose. And then he gets his throat slashed or whatever the hell it is. This one is called The Last Days on Mars, and it's quite the sci-fi film. And it was used, and I got it for $7.99. So yeah, dude. And then I got the classic Clint Eastwood, Escape from Alcatraz. And I got this for 2 reasons. One, I like Clint Eastwood. He's quite a leading man. He's quite a actor, and he's a director. He's a kick-ass director. And my dad loved this film. Me and my dad watch this all the time, so I have seen this before. But not on 4K. Can't wait to watch it on 4K. Escape from Alcatraz. Let me know if you've seen this in the chat. Let me know if you've seen any of these in the chat. And then, I believe this is a John Carpenter film. I'm sorry, no, it's a David Cronenberg one. I've heard of it, I've just never seen it. The Dead Zone. And it's a David Cronenberg film. Cannot wait to see it. Cannot wait to see it. Man, your bag is going to weigh over the allotted weight. You're going to be charged extra, but I hope not. I hope not. That's my fear. They allow you 44 pounds. And last year, I had 4 of these bags. I only have 3 bags that's going into the bag this year, so I hope I make it. I hope I make it. But the last 2 years, I've had to pay extra, and I'm just like, oh shit. Anything for the gems, right, Walter? I hope I don't get charged. Don't jinx me. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. And then I finally got, but you know, I always go nuts when it comes to vintage stock. I'm telling you, they have the greatest gems at vintage stock. Vintage stock has only disappointed me twice, Walter. I got Ski Patrol, and that sucked. That absolutely sucked. And then I got what was the other one? Joystick, which it kind of sucked, but it made up for it because it had a bunch of really hot girls in it with so many boobies in it. So, but Ski Patrol, that's the only one that I got from vintage stock that disappointed. It looked amazing on the front cover. I put it in, and it was the most boring fucking movie I've ever seen in my entire life. But most of these are going to be good. And then ever since I saw John Carpenter's The Thing, I've always wanted to see the 1950s Howard Hanks's production of the original 1950s The Thing. And this one's called The Thing from Another World. So I finally found it, and I finally get to see it. Finally. Yeah, I only have 3 bags. Last year I had 5 bags. Like 5 bags filled to the brim like this of movies. And I could only fit I could only fit my clothes in last year and the 4 bags, and my mom had to ship me in a box the 5th bag of Blu-rays, and I don't want her to do that again. So this time I took my bag into consideration. I said, okay, this is the one that has the most Blu-rays in it. That one has some clothes in it with the VHS tapes that I showed you, and the poster that I got signed from that girl from Star Wars that plays the Jawas or whatever the hell they're called, the E2, those fucking things. And then the other bag has the rest of the gems in it, which is only like 5 or 6 over there, so there's not too much. Not too much. And then I've never heard of this, but it's a sci-fi film called Dark Star. It looked cool, so it's an old, what is this, 70s or 80s. And it was directed by Dan O'Bannon, which is the same guy. I'm sorry, it was written by Dan O'Bannon, and Dan O'Bannon is the writer and the director of Return of the Living Dead. Hell yeah. So he invented Tarman. So he wrote it. He did not direct it. His friend directed it. Nina Keenenberg. But he wrote it. So Dan O'Bannon gets props though because he wrote Return of the Living Dead. So he invented Tarman. So anyone that invented Tarman has Fears' respect right away. And then this one was on the list. Visions, I think you or Bukaki suggest this one, and I finally found it. So this one is on the list. I know for sure. Trick or Treat. Hell yeah. So that one's coming off the list when I get home. And I think the thing was on the list too. Some of these are on the list, and I'll have to go through all these movies. I'll have to get the list out, and I'll have to scratch off each one. So, because now I have two lists. I have a digital list, and I've got the old list. So yeah, and then I found this one on my own. Blood Dolls. It's not on the list, but I just thought it was absolutely hysterical. Blood Dolls. Blood Dolls. I'm like, what the hell is this? Blood is coming out of the doll's mouth. I'm like, and then there's some guy dressed up as a doll, and then there's blood coming out of a doll's mouth. I don't know what the hell's going on, but we're gonna find out. And then this one's a 80s or a 70s one. It's about gigantic worms that take over a city, and it's called Squirm. And it was made in 1976. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Squirm before. But look, this guy's got worms coming out of his face. Look at that. So this will be a classic horror film. The cheesiness, it's all about the cheese, you know. If it's cheesy and it's scary, then it's a fierce classic. The amount of cheesy horror films they made in the 70s and 80s baffles my mind. And then I found this one at Walmart. This will be quite the high quality film. Rumpelstiltskin. Oh my! From the creators of Leprechaun, I've seen almost all the Leprechauns, and those make me lose my mind. They make me laugh into oblivion. So I'm sure Rumpelstiltskin's going to be a high quality film. Oh God, I can't wait for this shit. And that's probably what it's going to be. Shit, but it's like great shit. It's one of those where you can't look away, you know. And then I've liked these movies ever since I was a little kid. I finally got the Police Academy series. 1 through 7. 7 sucks. 1 through 6 is good. 7 sucks, but I got the whole shebang. So I'll get to work on those as soon as I can. Probably after Halloween, because I'm going to go through all the horror movies first in the Halloween seasons, my friend. But once November starts, I'll be working on these bad boys. And then I did have Quantum Leap on DVD, but I'm giving Randall or Goodwill my Quantum Leap DVDs because Fears finally found the whole series. I love Quantum Leap, the 80s and 90s series, because it's a cool sci-fi time travel adventure on Blu-ray. So I've got the whole Quantum Leap series. So there we are. And then Visions, you told me about this one. You said it was okay, so I'm going to give it a go. A Clown in the Cornfield. Oh my god. Look at this fucking guy. He's like going nuts, like barreling his way through the fucking window and shit. Like, I'm a clown, bitch. I'm in a cornfield. Eat my corn, motherfucker. Oh, Lord. Just pitch. I'm gonna watch this movie and there's gonna be some clown like force feeding some like hot naked chick like some corn. Eat it. Eat that fucking shit. You know you want it, babe. And she's like, I don't want any corn. How about some corn on the cob? Or eat my cob, you know? I can't wait. Probably none of that happens. I'm just joking around with you guys. But it is hilarious. A violent slasher film. I guarantee you this is peanuts compared to Terrifier. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I'm gonna try to watch Terrifier maybe next year, all three of them. I'm gonna try. But that's a lot of blood. And that shower scene makes me want to puke. He's like cutting the guy's head off, cutting his dick off, cutting his ass off. Then he chainsaws, the chick's tits off, and I'm just like, why am I watching this? So I'll try. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get through it. That's too much. It's just too much. It's too much. But I shall try. I'll do my very best. And then let's see. I found the 1980s cult classic. This cover art just makes me lose it. Creep creepazoids. I've never heard of this one, but we're gonna find out what it is. Let's see. Walter says Trick or Treat is awesome. You're gonna love it. Well, it was uh, either Visions or Bukaki or both of them suggested it, so it's on the list. So I can't wait. And I remember watching the trailer. The trailer looked good. Lantern says hiccup. No, that wasn't a hiccup, Lantern. That was a burp. That was a full-on burp. And then don't judge me, don't troll me, but I had to get these for the collection. And I know what Danny D is gonna say because anytime I say I like vintage stuff or nostalgic, he's like, oh, I gotta have it. I gotta have it in the Fears archive. I gotta have it in the Fears collection. Because he does an impression of me, which Danny, you're wasting your time. You're not trolling me. I think you're over, Danny. Your over the top version of Fears I think is hilarious. But I've been watching these since I was a little kid. So Fears got. I already have Charlie Brown's Christmas. I knew they had a Charlie Brown Halloween. It's the Great Pumpkin. But I never in a million years, Walter, did I know they had a Charlie Brown's Thanksgiving. So I got this one. So the only one I need to get now is I looked it up. They have the Christmas special. Then they have a sequel to the Christmas special, which I have. Now I have the Halloween edition. Now I've got the Thanksgiving one. There's a Valentine's Day one, which I don't really care about, but maybe eventually I'll get it. And then there's like a sports day where Charlie Brown and all of his friends go play sports, like at the Olympics or something. So I need to get those two. Maybe. But I like the holiday ones. But I never knew in a million years they had this, the Thanksgiving one. I knew they had the Halloween one. Because I'm going to watch this around Halloween time. Or in the Halloween season, I should say. Let's see. Vision said, I've never seen that one, but it was all over the Spirit Halloween last year. And they, which one? Which one, Vision? What, Creepazoids? This one? Which one are you talking about? And you said this one was okay. You said Clown in a Cornfield was okay. You said it was decent. But I think which one? Rumpelstiltskin or Creepazoid? I don't know which one you mean. Let me know. Or Squirm? So yeah, so yes, so Danny D, yes, I like vintage, I like nostalgia stuff. These are from my child. Well, this is from my childhood, and the Christmas one. I had never knew that the Thanksgiving one even existed until I found it. And the very last gem that I got was a classic. I've seen it, but it's not in the collection. Now it's in the collection. Good old Mel Brooks, in honor of Spaceballs 2. A little bit of Mel Brooks, Young Frankenstein, and even though it's kind of a horror movie, I'm gonna watch it in the Halloween season. Oh, Trick or Treat. You've never seen that one, Visions? Then it wasn't you that suggested it. It was either Pixel or Bukaki that suggested it. One of you guys suggested it. It's on the list because that's been on the list for a long time. Trick or Treat. So yeah. So I'll probably watch Trick or Treat like Tuesday, maybe Monday nightish. But yeah, because I want to get to some of these during Halloween, and I want to get to as many of those Universal monster movies as possible. I've already seen the Wolfman, the first Wolfman, the first Frankenstein, the first Mummy, the first Dracula, and the first Creature of the Black Lagoon. So I've watched 5. But there's like 40 in that Blu-ray pack. 30 to 40, something like that. So yeah. Now I need to get all these back in here. Because I packed it a certain way. And then I guess I'll show you guys the other Blu-rays real quick before I go to bed. Give me 1 second. I need to repack all these. Because I still need to pack my bag. I'm gonna miss my family and friends. I mean, I love living in Florida, but I may move back to Missouri one day. It's been on my mind. I may move back one day. I don't know when, but one day. I love my family and friends. I had a chance. I had a chance to. I had a chance to while on this trip. I was behind on my Casey Neistat and my Roman Atwood and my Adam the Woo. So I caught up on all my Adam the Woo watches. All my cases. Casey's only made like 3 or 4 videos within the last couple of months, so I caught up on all those. Adam has been pumping out the content. I was like 10 vlogs behind, so I finally caught up with Adam the Woo. He's doing a lot. He's back. He's back for a month. He's spending the whole month of Halloween season in Florida. And he said that's the longest stretch because usually he's out and about traveling all over. And I was like, it must be nice, Adam. But he gave me some great advice. He's like, Fears, I started with 100 subscribers. If I can do it, you can do it. And I said, Adam, if I had as many subs as you, I would quit my job and I would say I make more money on YouTube and I would do exactly what you do, Adam, just different. I would do it Fear style because I don't like to copy anyone. I like to do my own thing because why would you copy him when you can be your own person? But the only thing I would kind of copy that Adam does is he does a lot of traveling. I love travel. I just wouldn't go. I wouldn't go to the same places as him, but I would do a bunch of traveling if I had that many subs. So I said, never take it. I looked at him and said, Adam, never take it for granted, buddy. You get paid to make videos, which is my dream, and you get to have a fun job where I have to work in a shitty factory. So yeah, well, I shouldn't say a shitty factory. It's a good job, but it's very hot in that factory. But I'm trying to find a better job because the money is very good. The money is very good. It's not like rich or going nuts, but it's pretty decent money. Let's say I make over $25 an hour over because I just got I didn't get I not I didn't get promoted. I got a promotion. So yeah. So, but I know there's better jobs out there. I'm really looking forward to blood dolls because I found this one on my own. There's blood coming out of a doll's mouth. I'm fucking losing it. A real quality film. Let's see, when did they make this? 19 what? Let's see here. When did they make this movie? Hang on. Meta, here I come. I'm gonna turn on my phone and ask her. Yeah, I am looking forward to Trick or Treat. Corn, corn in the clown field. That's right. That'll be the sequel, Tokes. You should get Foreskin Gump. What is it? Is that a porn? Is that a porn? Visions? They're ripping off. They're ripping off like how they ripped off Edward Scissorhands, Edward Penis Hands, Forrest Gump, Forrest Foreskin. I think I'm gonna pass, but it sounds hilarious. Mama said she'd take me anywhere, and Jenny, come lay on me, Jenny. That's right. Mama said life's like a box of chocolates. Mama said there's nothing like a good booby. I'm just playing around. I don't know if it's a porno or not. It sounds like a porno. I'm fucking losing it. Shit, that's funny. I am looking forward to watching all the Sleepaway Camp bonus features. It seems like it's got a lot. See, it's got new 2K scan of the original camera negative. New commentary with stars Felissa Rose and Jonathan. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's last name. Original commentary with the director Felissa Rose and webmaster Jeff Hayes. New interviews between them and the cast and crew. Sleepaway Camp scrapbook with behind the scenes videos and behind the scenes photos. Short film Judy by Jeff Hayes. The theatrical trailer, blooper reels, and more. Okay. And she's always I forget her name. She's always the hot slutty bitch. And she's such a bitch. She's Han, but she's a bitch. And thank God Angela's like, oh yeah, you're gonna do this to me? Well, how about I slit your fucking throat? I can't remember if she gets her throat slit, but she dies in a major way. Oh no, she's in the outhouse or whatever, or she's in the water, and I think Angela like takes her head and bash some. I can't remember. It's what makes me lose it about these movies is someone gets killed at a camp, right? In real life, they would close the camp down after the first killing, but the cop is so stupid. Well, it's just an isolated incident. We'll keep it open for a couple days. We'll find the killer, and then another, and then another, and another death, and they still don't close down the camp. Then I don't know how the hell she comes back for Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 because if she killed people in the first one, well, she's on the run. She's on the run by the cops. And then she's like, "Oh, I read the back of Sleepaway 2. Oh, Angela's back and she's got a new identity and now she's at another camp trying to live a normal life, but the itch to kill comes back to her." And I'm like, "Oh, fucking hell, here we go." So I'm looking forward to finding Sleepaway Camp 2, 3, and 4. And Pixel told me there's a fifth one. So someday I'll hunt down all of those and watch all those shit garbage films. Because Pixel said 1 and 2 is pretty good, but he said 3, 4, and 5 are kind of hot garbage. And I'm like, well, if I'm going to invest 1 and 2, I want to see the whole shebang. All right, give me a second here. I'll just put these in here. Yeah, my dad bought me this like when I was, I don't know, 5 or 6, and now that he's gone, my mom's like, "You can have it." I said, "I know exactly where I'm gonna put it, Mom." I said, "You know that Slimer blow up thing I have?" And she's like, "Yeah." She, and it was her idea. She goes, "Why don't you put it on top?" I said, "Oh well, great minds think alike." I said, "I'm definitely gonna put it on top of Slimer's head as soon as I get back to my place." So yeah. All right, let's just see how many voicemails that this mystery caller left me now that I have my phone turned back on because he was going nuts. Let's see. Hang on. Let me ask Meta when they made blood dolls because I couldn't figure it out. Oh, here he goes. Oh, here he goes. 18 messages. You have 18 messages. Oh my god. All right, here we go. Let's see. Hey Meta, when did they make blood dolls?
You're probably thinking of slaughtered vomit dolls.
No, not Slaughter Vomit Dolls. It's an old 80s and 70s film. It's called Blood Dolls.
Blood Dolls is a 1999 film, but there's also a possibility of an earlier film with a similar theme. However, I couldn't find information on a well-known film called Blood Dolls from the 1970s or 1980s.
I'll look it up on Google because Meta is not cooperating. 20. Look at this. 23 messages this idiot has done. Oh my god. And I'm not going to read any of them. Look at this. This guy's so full of crap. He says, "Hello, John Fears. This is YouTube team." This is not YouTube team because he's using the 636 number, and 636 is Missouri, so I know he's full of crap. And he says, "Fears Man has been terminated due to 3 copyright strikes." Yeah, you're full of crap. You're such an idiot. Because watch, I'm going to go to Fears Man right now, and I'm going to prove this idiot wrong, and I'm going to block his number, and I'm not going to read the 25 messages. It's 25 messages of him saying that, yeah. Now he's saying the trolls always win. Casey, Quentin, Yakov, Casey, 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 Casey. My name is John, and I like streaming. Watch my fake enthusiasm. I don't fake my enthusiasm. You're so full of shit. This guy's a fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. Well, guess what? I'm blocking your number. And I'm going to go to Fearsman right now, and I'll be like, "Oh, look, it's magically still there. So you're a liar." What an idiot. Oh my god. That made me laugh. I'm not even mad. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yes, Sigma is a Sigma. Yeah, exactly, Visions. Oh, what an idiot. Oh, Fears Man's terminated. Well, no, because look, I'll go to Fears Man right now, and I'll prove this idiot troll wrong. Because you're a fucking idiot. I'm not even mad. I think it's hilarious. A loser text messages me 23 times. This guy has no fucking life. Look, I'll write in Fears Man 26. Oh, look, numbnuts. It's magically there, so you're a liar. Look, I clicked on Fears Man 26. Oh, and it's still there. So you're lying and you're a fucking idiot. And it says my last video that I uploaded on Fears Man was 2 weeks ago, so you're full of shit. Oh, I love it. Well, it's magically still here. So I'm right, and the trolls don't always win. Because I know you're watching, troll, whoever sent 23 messages to my phone. I won this one, you little idiot, because I proved you wrong. Fears Man's still there, so fuck you. Yeah, sick burn, bitch. Better luck next time. Oh my god, an idiot took the time. I don't get it. They have way too much time on their hands. 23 messages of the same messaging. Copyright strike. Yeah, this is the YouTube team. YouTube has never texted me, so that's how much of an idiot this guy is. Usually, if YouTube has got a problem, they send you a text message of something. So, I'm sorry, not a text message. They send you an email. So, he's full of shit right off the bat. So, he's not even trying to be creative. Hilarious. Because YouTube has never text messaged me, so he's full of crap. Anyway, well, I think that's a good place to call it a night, my friends. But uh, I'm not going to tell you guys when I'm flying out in the morning, but I should be back. My flight gets in at 5:45 in the afternoon. But by the time I grab my bag and pick up my car from the airport parking, I already paid in advance, so I don't have to pay when I get back home. It's just easier to pay in advance for the parking. By the time I do all that crap, and I may get something to eat either at the airport or I may get something to eat on the way home, just for quickness. Um, it'll probably be like 7:30 ish. So I will do a vlog. I'm sorry, I will do a stream tomorrow, not a vlog. But I'm gonna start. The vlog will be up of this trip in a couple of days, because I've got about 25% of it edited so far. And I hope you guys are not disappointed. I videoed not much of the family because I like to keep that stuff private. I was gonna put the Shelton footage, but yesterday someone took one of those pictures and made me making out with like my nephew, which is disgusting. One, I would never do that. I think it's okay to hug Shelton because he's my blood relative, but I would never like make out with him. That was just disgusting. I was like, oh, you stupid trolls. This is so stupid. Because they've made me make out with Lantern and Elsie, and I'm like, this is so stupid. So I decided not to put any footage of Shelton because I don't want any troll making any troll videos about Shelton because he's only 5 months old. And if someone made a troll video of him, I would have to tell my brother, and I don't want that to happen. And my brother would get mad, and my brother agreed with me. I went up to my brother and said, I said, maybe one day I'll put him in the vlog. You know, maybe when he's 10 or 11 or 12. And my brother's like, I think that's a good idea. And my brother said, it has nothing to do with you. He goes, I'm just worried what your trolls would do because I've told my brother stories, and he's like, I'm never mad at you, John. He goes, I'm mad at what they do to you. I said, yeah, me too. I said, but you have to ignore it as much as possible. So me and my brother came to an understanding. So, but I didn't film much, you know. So I hope you guys aren't disappointed with the vlog. This trip was more focused on friends and family. But I tried to get the highlights. The most I filmed at was at the Toyman show. So there's going to be a lot of Toyman, toy show footage, and then me going to my favorite stores. So I filmed in Vintage Stock, I filmed in Slackers, Oh, by the way, they had a big problem with me filming in Slackers, so you guys are gonna hear about that. The old original guys that have no problem, they quit their job there. And the new people that work at Slackers, oh my God, they're so strict. If you're gonna film, don't film us. And I'm like, I wasn't planning on it. I was just gonna film inside my one of my favorite stores. Well, they're film over there. Don't film customers. I'm like, oh. I'm like, I looked at her and I said, ma'am, I don't film anyone that don't want to be filmed. I said, and if I do film someone, I always ask, hey, is it okay if I keep you in my vlog? I said, but I said, listen, I said, I can only control what the camera sees if it's on me. I plan to film in my favorite store. So I said, listen, I said, if you don't want to be filmed, don't come near my camera. And she's like, well, I'm just making sure. And I said, well, last year I said the people that worked here never had a problem. And then, oh, I love what she said. She got all hoity-toity, and I guess she took offense. I was not rude to her. She just said, well, that was last year. They don't work here anymore. I'm like, well, yeah, clearly they don't work here. I'm like, you're fucking hilarious. I'm like, I have eyes. Now, obviously, I didn't say that to her. That's what I was thinking. But I was like, I have eyes. Clearly, if they don't work here, yeah, I know. But I was trying to be nice. She got into a big. You guys will hear what I say in the vlog. Oh God, she was having like a shit fit. But she did one of those things. I love it where people. You know how people. It's a fake apology. What we're. Oh, I'm sorry. You can't film here. I'm like, oh. So it's like where they pretend to care or they pretend to say they're sorry, but they don't actually say sorry. So I walked in. I was maybe in there for a minute. Oh, are you filming me? Are you filming me? I said, no, I'm filming this nerd prop that's in the. And as soon as I said I film, well, we've had problem with people filming in here before. I said, are you new? I said, because my friends that I filmed that's worked here forever. Oh yeah, the tall guy with the nerdy glasses. Yeah, he doesn't work here anymore. And as soon as she said that, I went, oh, she's gonna have a problem with me filming. So I said, so I can't film in my favorite store. I said, and I was really nice about it. And I said, you would think you'd want people to film in here. It's free publicity, right? And she's like, well, we've had problems. And she's like, if you're going to film, don't film me or my staff. Film over there. And that's when I said, ma'am, I wasn't planning to film anyone. I don't like to make anyone feel uncomfortable. I thought I was being really reasonable. You'll hear what I have to say in the vlog. Oh my, so maybe next year I won't even film in Slackers because the new staff, oh my God, it's like they got a stick up their butt. I'm gonna miss the guys from Slackers because they were like, oh, like last year, like, oh yeah, Fears, go nuts, go ballistic. You can film whatever you want, do whatever you want. I was like, oh sweet, thanks, I appreciate that. Oh man, they went nuts. They didn't act nuts, but they just, you know how you like when some people go nuts by not acting nuts. And she didn't say it nicely. If she said it nicely, then I wouldn't have said anything. I wasn't rude to her though. Now the young Fears would have went fucking ballistic on her, but I've older and wiser. I was very patient with her. I said everything really nice. I said, "Oh, the last guys didn't mind." I said, "Is it okay if I film inside the store as long as I just get me and the products?" And she was like, "Oh, that's fine. Just don't film my staff. Don't film me." I went. I didn't plan on it, but I said, "Thanks for the update." I said it as nicely as I possibly could. So I was very nice with them, but I just thought it was so ridiculous. Now, vintage stock, that guy, one of my buddies works there. He's like, Fears, He's like, I lay out even more gems whenever you come because you'll buy the whole store. I said, I will. And I love that. I actually love vintage stock more than Slackers, but I like them both. And he lets me. He's like, Fears, go nuts. Make time lapses. Go fucking nuts in here. Film whatever you want. I'm like, yeah, now we're talking, buddy. Now we're talking. But, oh man, they had a conniption fit in Slackers, so they lost a little bit of my respect. So next year, I'm gonna try and do it on the hush hush, and I'm not even gonna say hello. I'm just gonna dip in on the side entrance and film everything I want, and try not to talk to them, and just get my gems. Turn off the camera before I go up to the register, buy my stuff, and get the hell out of there. Because I don't want what happened this year to happen next year. Because what happened this year was, I think not that it was uncalled for. It was she handled it in the wrong way. You know, if she would have said, "Oh, excuse," like she wasn't professional. Is basically what I'm saying. If she would have been like, "Oh, sir, I'm sorry. Like we've had problems with people filming here. So if you want to film, you can film yourself. But don't film the staff." Which I wasn't filming the staff. Just to clarify that, because even when I do, like when I go to Disney, I have no control over it. There's 1,000 people there, so that's the only place that no one cares like where I film because everyone there's so many vloggers that go there. But if you're in tight quarters, some people are like, "Oh yeah, can you delete that?" So a few times, some places I've had to delete it and then start the video again, turn to the right. It's a pain in the ass, and my always is like, if you don't want to be in my film, tell me before I start recording. And if you don't want to be in it, then I have no problem deleting it and starting over. It's just like if something epic happens, I'm gonna leave it in my vlog. But if it's somebody like way in the background, I'm like, well, you can clearly see me with my camera like doing this, vlogging, or me doing it like this, filming. You know, so it's all how you handle things. She handled it very negatively, and she said a lot of negative stuff. But then she had the fake smile on. She's like, "Oh, we've had problems in the store with people filming, all that shit," and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, but I'm not causing a disturbance. I'm not causing a problem. She goes, "Oh, I'm not singling you out." Well, yeah, you are. And then she gives the fake smile. And she's like, "I'm not singling you out. I'm just saying if you're going to film, just please film over there." And I said, "Well, when I eventually get over there, I will eventually film over there. But I'm going to film over here, and then I'll get eventually over to there." And she's like, "Well, then just don't film me or don't film my staff." And I said, "Again, thanks for the update. Yes, I won't do that, but I wasn't filming you in the first place." "Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure." I said, "Yeah." So, so I'm kind of giving you guys the 10-second version. She went on and on for a good 10 minutes, and I say that in the vlog. It was either 5 minutes or 10 minutes, and I just kind of said hilarious, or I said rad, or something, and oh, it was hilarious. Anyway, you'll see it in the vlog. Oh man, she went nuts. But like she didn't get angry nuts. That's why I was kind of laughing all the way through it. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We've had How many problems can you have with people filming? So I think she over dramatized that just a tad, you know. And she was rolling her eyes. Oh yeah, we've had so many problems. Oh, filming. Well, I'm like, I'm sure I'm not the only vlogger that's came in here. I didn't say that to her, but in my mind, I thought anyway. It was a big ordeal. I acted very nice. I said, "Okay, no problem." I said, "I'll just film over here." And I said, "I'm gonna film the whole store," but I said, I won't film you guys." "Oh, that's good. Yeah, yeah, yeah." I said, "All right, I'll see you later." Because at that point, I had enough of talking about that. So yeah, it was funny. You guys will get a little laugh out of it. I did. Anyway, I'm taking off because I need to pack my bag, and I'll probably have a little chit chat with my mom and hang out a little bit, and then I gotta go to sleep. So I may do another live at the airport tomorrow. So get ready for that if there's time. There was time when I was coming, so we'll see. So yeah, taking off. I hope you guys have enjoyed the travel streams. Next year, I'm really gonna try to have two trips. One, just a fierce trip just for me, and then a family trip. So I haven't decided where I'm gonna go for the fierce trip. I thought about going to California and going to that movie museum. I thought that'd be kind of cool. We'll see. Or New York, because they have a big Star Trek museum in New York. Because I can hit the Star Trek up one day, and then I can hit up all the Ghostbuster movie locations in New York. And I could try to walk by Casey Neistat's studio. I would never go up because that's an invasion of privacy. I would never even knock on his door because I've watched enough of his vlogs where he says, "This is a private business. Please do not knock on the door if you're a fan." So I will respect his wishes. But I would like to get a picture in front of his building because he never said anything about that. So that's not really breaking the rules. So I thought maybe next year, maybe a New York trip. I don't know. I'm dabbling. I'm dabbling with some ideas. If you guys got any ideas of where Fear should go, you let me know. and I'll see you in the next stream. Lantern, you're going nuts. Hot chocolate first, coffee first, thrilling three. I already did all these, Lantern, but I appreciate it. Lantern, and when I get back, we're gonna have some loud burps on the stream, buddy, and some loud farts. I had to be quiet because my mom's sleeping right now. I think she's sleeping. I'm gonna go out there and see. Sometimes she falls asleep on the couch, kind of like Fears. I fall asleep on my comfy couch all the time, and then I wake up, and then I eventually go to bed. So my mom will either go to sleep in her bed or she'll fall asleep on the couch. So I'll see if she's still awake. I'm gonna tell her good night, and then I'm gonna pack my bag, and then I'm gonna go to sleep. But it's been fun hanging out with you guys. Uh, so anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my good friend Mr. Lantern. By the way, Seamus, you're never getting any hair. It's a lost cause. Lantern's keeping all that hair to himself. Hair, I swear. And then he thinks that there's hair in my foil ball. Maybe there is. Maybe there isn't. You'll never know, Seamus. It's me and Lantern's secret. Anyway, um, Randall says, "Tell me where it is. I'm not a fan, so I can knock on his door for you. Then you can stand beside me." Yeah, I'm sure Casey Neistat would love that, Randall. I guarantee you he'd get pissed. You know, he's a nice guy, but I understand if it's his private business, it's his private studio. That's why in his vlogs he always goes outside and talks to his fans. You know, because he probably got sick and tired of people knocking on his door. I get it, especially if you have 12 million fans like that guy does. I never have to worry about that, Randall, because I'll probably never hit 100,000, Randall, let alone 12 million. So I don't have that problem. I think the most Fears will ever get in his lifetime, maybe 10,000 on a channel. That's doable, maybe, but that's even pushing it. But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my friend Cameo Man 2021, my buddy, my pal Randall, and he's got a second channel, The Mayor of Magic. More footage coming on both of those channels, and when I get back, me and Randall are starting on Fears Man 6. We've almost got the script written, and Randall's going to start on the cartoon drawing. So get ready for Fears Man 6. There's going to be more references to Black Aldrin. There's going to be some more references to the evil shits that are the Mockingbird. All those idiot trolls that are like jerking each other off, sitting in a Discord, making fun of me when they should do something better with their lives. That's why I'm going to kill each one of them in the cartoon, because, yeah, they're all trolls. I'm going to kill every single one of them in the cartoon, and there's not a goddamn thing they can do about it, and it's going to be hilarious, and I'm going to love it. Hell yeah. And subscribe to Mr. Lantern. He does a show every Thursday night and every Friday night. Subscribe to Fangirl Kate. Subscribe to Liz. Subscribe to the Sick of Camp Gamer and Wear Camp on YouTube. And last, but certainly not least, follow the host with the most, the movie master, the master negotiator, the cool dude, movie prop nerd Fears on Fears Man 26, and my second channel, Fears Vlogs. Hell yeah. Anyway, Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. I do. You guys are the best fans in the world. You guys are awesome. I appreciate all the love and the support and the likes and the comments and the views and the fan mail. By the way, my birthday's coming up, October 28th, and Halloween's coming up. Two of Fears' favorite days. It would go Halloween first, then Christmas, and then my birthday. Those are my three favorite holidays. So be sure to send that fan mail, that birthday mail. Send your fan letters, send birthday cards, send unboxings. I'll unbox anything within reason. No blood, no poop, no dead bodies, but pretty much anything besides that. Send me something to unbox. I will unbox it. And whoever sends it to me, I will do a full review and I will do a full unboxing. And if you send me a fan letter, I will read the whole thing. And hell yeah, I love fan mail. I love my fans. All right, signing off. Anyway, this is Fears signing off. Peace, deuces. I'll see you guys next time. Hell yeah. All right, love you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.